everyone at home. Welcome back to the Hokeki Heroes campaign, The Trials of the Wickermen. Today we have everybody but Phil, who is out this week. Phil, we hope you get some sleep. So we have Silver, Hedge, Kiwi, Pod, and Jose. And as you can see, we're in Ambora. We're back in Twice Home. Except for this time, not kicking the shit out of everybody and getting Vanna pissed at us. Yet. So, recap for last session. At the start of last session, Isaac, Varys, and Pensy decided to take advantage of the fact that the Sapphire Empress decided to teleport to the other side of the city, hop on Dragon Isaac's back, and they straight up iced her! There's a reason that last week's episodes, so the last 2 weeks, the episodes were called Regicide and Regicide! So yeah, they straight up fucking killed her, came back, got everyone out, found out that evil Josaku took the eggs of the Sapphire Empress, and probably Nervash, back. So now, Laohu is going to be there. Josaku decided to spare Masao and then brought him back, and he is now sitting at the bottom of, sitting in the basement. Sitting in this basement of, Watch Point, as well as Watch Point got attacked by evil Pensy looking for Ryla. After handling all that shit, the party decided to go to Annabora, where Varys got to make his first political speech, and he kind of fucking killed it. Like, not gonna lie, I did not expect Hedge to do that well, and it kind of like was believable, but at the same time, holy fuck. I mean, Varys did that well, not Hedge. Again, Hedge, you killed it.
There's wire.
So yeah,
There's wire.
that's where we are. That same day, it is the late afternoon. Everyone is here in Twice Home, along with Chaz, Vanna, and the other members of the Second Citizens. So, again, it is later into the afternoon at this point. What would you all like to do now? I know Chaz has said that before the day is over, he did want to talk to y'all about potential political espionage.
If the others want to go first, they should go first. Especially you, Silver, because you said you might have to leave later.
Oh, fuck. Am I allowed to leave the guild hall?
Yeah. I mean, you're a guild leader.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Just don't cause an international incident.
Hedge, will you be mad if I go rob a bank or something?
A bank?
If you rob a bank, I'm not associated with you.
What about multiple rich people?
Still not associated with you.
Either way. Hyper, would there be any stores or like small little banks in the city that I would know of?
Know of? No. You'd have to go looking.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go running around, I guess.
All right, roll me perception check.
Oh, that's still a 16, so.
Off of a 2. Motherfucker. How do you have a plus 14 to perception? Jesus.
Generation.
Wait, what?
I chose generation for my second.
Oh, perception for a second. Damn. I didn't even think about that. Okay, fair enough. Alright. So, with that, you are able to find something. Something you like. You find a gun shop.
I'm gonna rob them.
You're gonna rob a gun store.
Yes.
Okay, well, as you walk into the store, you do see that there are 2 guys with guns sitting in the front door.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
Alright,
no, like
let's see
they're
what they
like
can
sitting
do to
there as
me.
like front door guards, like it's a gun store, bro. They got guns. Oh, I just realized I forgot to.
No, we'll go in there normally and try to buy something. Uh-huh.
Hey. All right. Let me see what. Let me see this. Okay. As you walk in, you do hear someone say, "It's like, hello. I am. Uh, oh my gosh, I had something said, but then I just decided not to say it because I'm like, wait, that's gonna
What are you,
sound racist
fucking
because I said this.
Mario?
I almost no, because okay, I was trying to think of because again, like I said, I based Annabora off of Italy. Uh, I tried to think of a name there, and then the first one I thought of Ezio's uncle, which also happened to still be Mario. I'm Claudio. Welcome to my shop. How can I help you?
Uh, as much gunpowder as you're allowed to legally supply me, please.
Hmm. I will say there is a little bit of a shortage around here for consumer sales, simply because a lot of it got shipped off to the Navy. But I do have a few barrels in the back if you'd like.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
All right. Would you like to look at any of the firearms I have on display as well?
I'll look at them while you're going out.
All right. Well, let me say if you don't say if you'd like to look around. Uh, the I say this is my I say my assistant Leo will be able to help you out as well. Ah, how? I say, is there anything I can help you look at, sir? In particular, items that you do see. You see that one looks like there is a sword and pistol, like sort of like just there together. You see one that looks like it is a six-chambered pistol with the sort of infernal markings all around them. One of them you see is 1 second. I had it. Um. Ah. One of them you see is another one of those like revolvers that has this sort of gold and purple uh look to it. Another one looks like it's made out of glass bubbles.
We both know I'm gonna buy them all, right?
Yes, but at the same time, I'm just giving you options. Let's see, you already bought the say that one at another place. Oh, and another one that has sort of this golden thing to it with the hammer being a skull.
Yeah, I'll
Eh,
buy it.
all right. As you look to it, he's like, ah, good choices on. Say, I see you have a keen eye. As he pulls out each of them, the first one he pulls out the sword, and, say the sword and gun. This is the Vagrant's Arsenal. Effectively, whenever you use them, it will actually do a specific effect depending on which body part you target. Yeah, Vagrant's Arsenal does a lot. So yeah, go ahead and write these names down. I'm gonna have so many guns to put you in. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself.
Yeah, no, this is all on you.
There's the Amethyst revolver, but he pulls one out which looks like stone. Actually, I'm just gonna copy paste the images and send them to say and post them in chat. So Vagrant's Arsenal, the Amethyst revolver. Oh, he pulls out the Alchemist bubble gun.
Cute.
The Last Rites, and he pulls out one in particular that catches your eye. The Infernal Enforcer.
That
Touch
looks
it.
like edgy, but in a good way. It looks like something that somebody from like Twisted Metal Black would be walking around with.
It looks like something my last D&D character would use.
Of course, nerd.
No, like literally I based it on Ghost Rider.
Fat nerd.
I was basically gunslinging Ghost Rider.
Hey everyone, this guy draws his inspiration from popular media. Boo him.
I'll boo for the League of Legends.
Okay, yeah, fair. I'm teasing.
Oh yeah, we can talk about League, given the fact that Phil's not here.
Oh my god.
yeah,
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
fair. But yeah, let me figure out how much each of these will be, because they are. One is very
Any
rare.
D&D related combo would also be League talk.
I'll say one is very rare, one is rare, one is legendary, one is
A
uncommon.
legendary, you say?
Yeah, the Infernal Enforcer is a legendary. So that one is a 1 of 1.
Oh, type shit. We both know I don't care about money.
Yeah. Well, you say that. These are going to be expensive.
All right, that doesn't worry me.
Right, Infernal Enforcer. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't about to give you the artifact pistol.
Boo.
Bro, I'm not giving around artifacts. You already have enough.
No.
Y'all absolutely have enough artifacts.
I think
Yeah,
you're lying.
Why the fuck would I be lying? Y'all, you have 2 artifacts right now.
Everybody loves their
Okay,
shiny.
give me a third. The fuck?
Yeah, yeah. I can't. I have a hard time arguing with Silver on that one.
Well, I don't, because of the fact as a result of not having that third artifact, he's got a 25 in strength.
True. Oh, Hedge, I'm gonna square up to you, by the way. I have to.
All right. So there are 2 uncommons, which are as Claudio's going to come from the back. He's going to say, "I have 5 barrels I could be able to sell. That'll be 250 gold each, totaling about 1,250 gold. In addition, I see that you've made some some quality selections in terms of, in terms of firearms. Quite the buyer. Leo, we may get to go home early today, Leo.
Well, if you're a guild leader and you don't have money to spare,
Guild leader.
what am I doing?
Interesting. Which guild are you the leader of? I wasn't informed of any Tabaxi guild leaders, or I wasn't aware of any.
Oh, we're the new one. We're the new guild based in Tion.
In Tian.
Well, yes, I recently liberated the country after all.
Oh! Oh shit, that was you!
Of course!
As he gives you a look up and down, again, this guy, you can tell he's actually, like, by the way he's dressed and whatnot, you know, like, this isn't some pompous prick, this is, like, someone who actually, like, knows their stuff with regards to with magical weapons and magical firearms, and he sees, like, you know, the moccasin musket, he sees the arcana cannon, he sees evergreen, he sees the hammer of thunderbolts, and he's like, okay, yeah, you are basically a walking arsenal.
Yes.
Completely believe it. Okay.
Would you believe out of these 6 guns, I have another 6 coming in?
Well, allow me to add to that. He points to the bubble gun and the last rites. These 2 are about 1,000 apiece. He touches the amethyst revolver. This one is about 4,000. Puts his hand on Vagrant's arsenal. This one is 10. And then on Infernal Enforcer. And this one is 25.
A piece of change.
Alright, so that was
I
25
hand him over all of the money.
plus 10 plus 4 plus 1.25 plus 1 plus 1. That is 35, 40, 42.25 thousand gold.
All right. It's removed. It's
Oh,
on his table.
all right. Yes. Hmm. With your availability of funds, I'm curious. Would you like to see something special?
Oh, of course.
Unfortunately, it is not for sale, but it's just
Well,
something from one.
everything's for sale with the right price.
Not this one. As he pulls one out of his own holster, and he sets it down. You see this long-barreled pistol. It looks like it is wrapped in solid gold. The handle looks like it's made out of this mahogany wood, with this sort of purple plume emanating out of it. This is Keldir. This is one of the most special handguns in the world. You can hold it, but if you take it, it will come back to me. Just a fair warning.
Interesting.
As he extends it out to, he empties out all the bullets out of it and extends it out to you.
I take it in my hand.
You notice that as you take hold of the gun, the grip, which beforehand was a little bit small for your hands, because the fact with like him being an elf, he's got these long, slender fingers, and being a tabaxi, yours are much more like thick, particularly because there's fur. The grip magically extends in your hand, like grows to it to where it perfectly fits into your palm. Looking at it, you see this thing is covered in arcane energy. Basically, yeah, so this one is a +3 pistol that automatically reloads itself at the start of every turn. And also, this one actually, when you're aiming down sights, you get a crit on 19s and 20s, and it's got tracer rounds, so whenever you hit something with it, you could track where they are. You also have an advantage on the first attack roll you make with this weapon after a rolling initiative. And you can fan the hammer.
What the fuck? That's a busted ass revolver.
Oh, that's not the most powerful part. The original version of this also has a wish built into it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because he's gonna say this one doesn't, but he's gonna say, "Yep, that gun was actually started by my grandfather. It's been in the works for 1,500 years. It has the soul of a genie inside of it."
Jesus. Device is gonna look shocked at this revelation.
That might be one of the few items in the world, based on my I know quality. That hammer, as he points to Evergreen, is quality. That rod, he points to Generation, is quality. This gun might be one of the few things on the planet that are almost as good as that.
Well, if what you say is true, it has a genie inside of it. That sounds like it's better than my stuff.
Do you mind rephrasing that, dearie?
Huh?
She said, rephrase that, Device. You hear this in your head.
I got you guys prepared.
I've been standing in front of you this whole time. What do you mean?
Not you.
Understood.
You see, I talk to people.
Gotcha. You know, I've seen a lot of magical shit, and I have a genie in my gun. Which he extends his hand out to get back from you.
I hand it back.
Yep. Once you realize what this thing does, because also there are some negatives to this thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know what they are.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
I'm not gonna find out.
Nope. Because this is yep. I say the genie killed ears in this. Well, I say as he extends his hands out for a handshake. Guild
Vice
leader
shakes his
device.
hand.
It's been nice meeting you.
It is nice to meet you too. What'd you say your name was again?
Claudio.
Claudio. Okay.
If you're ever back in town, come by. I might have some new product for you. I'm making new guns all the time.
I slip five platinum on my sleeve, dropped on the table, and run off.
You said you drop in 5 extra platinum?
Yep.
All right. Much obliged. I say much obliged. I can't do accents well. All right. Everyone else back in the guild hall. What are y'all doing? As you'll notice, device is gone.
Lordy, someone should probably look for him.
Eh.
Amelie's gonna go try and find something to drink.
You notice that there's a ton of wine around here.
Awesome. I think Amelie's gonna try and expand her palate a little bit. Normally she hates wine, but she's gonna try something different. I don't know.
Pod.
Something fruit.
I'm sorry about this. As you see, it's like, oh, glass of wine. All right. As you see someone twirl a bottle, and as they pour it, you happen to notice the name on the label. It's yours.
Of course I do.
Yep, just got this vintage in from Springfall, actually. I say, you look Springfall-y, aren't you?
Yes.
Says the
yes,
bartender.
I am.
Well, hopefully this tastes like home.
Oh. Just kind of rolls the glass.
I'm sorry. That was too good not to use.
I know. I would have probably done the same thing. But yeah, she just kind of looks at it, swishing it in her hand.
Yep. On that note, as you start to go to the bar, Josaku and Pensy, anything you're gonna do?
I don't think so. Can't think of anything.
All right.
Saku's probably off being a little bitch somewhere.
Jose. Damn, that guy takes long shits. Okay, Hedge. Anything? What are you doing? We are in your city.
I think I told you last session. I want to go talk to the High Priestess of Elstree.
Persephone.
Yes.
All right, and I think I actually have new art for Persephone. I decided I didn't like the one that that I had for her. So this is now what Persephone looks like, because it's much more illustrated than the other one. So yeah, Chaz fumbled that. As you go over to that, eventually you do notice a bunch of basically Sisters of Illustrae around in an area, and there are a couple like armed guards who basically do like Sabi say, state your business with the Temple of Illustrae.
I'd like to have an audience with the High Priestess, please.
One does not simply have an audience with the High Priest. Sisters. As you do see walking down is Persephone in like her moonlight colored High Priestess attire. Come, fairest rivers. Chaz said you would be coming.
Is Chaz here with me, or did he?
Actually, yeah, I guess Chaz would have came with you. Actually, wait, no, hey, yeah, that would have made the thing go completely differently. I forgot you said he was going with you. So yeah, it's like, hey, Persephone, Chaz, say, you're looking good. As are you. Now, do believe we have more conversation to have than awkward silences. Varys, as she walks with you slowly, she and Chaz, uh, right there with you. As you do notice also, you see a couple of the sisters kind of like look around, and then they see Chaz, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then they turn and walk away. It's and you know specifically they're not looking at you; they're looking at him.
Okay.
Not a word, Varys. Not a word.
I just give him a shit-eating grin.
Not a word. As eventually you do make it the way to her office, where you do notice that she has a moonblade sat behind behind her desk. She sits down at it and indicates for you two to sit down at the chairs. Actually, let me change the thing. It shouldn't be twice home at this point. Anabora. There's not really a great. There's not a great thing for this, so I'll just do this.
Yep.
So yeah. All right. So, what brings you to the temple today, Varys Rivers?
Um. Well, High Priestess. First of all, I want to say I'm not here to ask for your support. I understand that you need to remain neutral and the
Both of us
election.
are supposed to.
Well, to be fair to him, the one of the other people running is a mass murderer from an alternate universe that has thrown their lot in with a evil dragon.
Oh, I thought for a second, by the first sentence, I thought you were referring to Bryn Lace. To Beer Lace.
Eh, Berlace is useless, but she's not that.
Is ignoring the starving, the hungry, the less fortunate, not akin to murder when you are supposed to be protecting them and representing them?
It is. Don't get me wrong. Considering I used to be one of the hungry, but right now a pressing matter is Kohlrabi. But the main reason that I'm here is not for your help with the election, but more so for your help with something else. I don't know if you've heard, and I don't know if Chaz has said, Kohlrabi plans on freeing the buried.
He did not.
He has a cave dragon.
I kind of might have forgotten that. Typical that you would forget something and to inform me of something important. Can we not do this right now? Like, seriously, like, listen to what he has to say. Very well.
He has a cave dragon. Now, while I don't think he should be freeing the buried, considering he, is a champion of law. And I feel like that would be a no go. I do, however, think that having a cave dragon is a good opportunity for us if the right people are around us.
As they both look at you, sort of like, what?
Chad should know about this. I did talk to him about this.
Yeah. But he thought you were joking.
Our kin are underground. Some of them
Yes.
might be BDSM practicing, murdering psychopaths that worship a crazy goddess.
I mean, there's one sitting right next to you. Seriously? Oh wait, you said that worship's a goddess.
But yes, I'm sure there's some that don't want that. And I think if the right people were there to help some of the buried, if they were free to assimilate, I think it would be better for Galdrin and Anabora as a whole. We probably won't be able to, free all of the buried, but I do think it isn't. I think it's unfair to our kin that they've been buried underneath for so long, when knowing our history, it was brutal for a lot of us, but at least we had the chance to see that Lolt was fucking insane.
We were forced to see that Lolth was insane, Varys. It wasn't a choice.
We were, but you know what? She was fucking insane.
Yes, the Dark Mother is quite unstable.
I'm not saying what happened to us was right, but because it wasn't.
No.
Worshipping Lolt ain't good either.
Varys, you know that if the buried are released, there will be tensions between my sisterhood in particular and and any practitioners of Lolth. Not to mention, Chaz has probably already told you that the sons of Veyron would probably also not be well liked by a lot of them, though most of them might not know about his break-off of his break-off from Lolth.
Yes, but at the same time, isn't it your job as the Sisters of Illustrate to help assimilate and show the other Drow the light? Like the fact that there's life, that it doesn't have to be evil and mass murdering and killing your children and assassinating others.
You see all of a sudden for a moment, roll me, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is that's pretty high. It's 17.
17, alright. You notice something sort of, like, shift in Persephone's eyes. You also notice, like, Chaz sort of, like, stiffens up for a second before they both basically, like, stretch their necks a little bit. And then, after closing her eyes for a moment, you notice Persephone's eyes are white. It is not her job specifically. It is mine.
Ah, fuck me.
Boy. As you notice now staring at you is the vision of Chaz, but with eyes that are glowing red. Language
Oh, shit.
around my sister.
Isn't that rich coming from the guy that dressed up in like
I
kinky ass
don't want to
BDSM gear?
fucking hear it. I will literally find a way to smite you.
Smite me and Nirwash wins.
He has a point, brother. Ellie,
Also, I'm
Stop!
the best goddamn thing that happened to the city.
no, that was opening the port.
Okay. In fucking years.
Okay, that one I may give. So that one maybe I'll give you. Granted, it doesn't help that this asshole constantly enables your bullshit. What happened to language in front of me? I get to do it. I didn't say he got to. Look, kid. Bottom line, if you free a bunch of Mom's faithful, there will be problems. I'm not saying I'm going to cause the problems. I'm not saying Sis is going to cause the problems. What we're saying is that they will cause the problems. We've been through this song and dance before for thousands upon thousands of years. Hell, we both died before to that shit.
Fat.
So
But
just
if I
know
don't,
you're opening up a can of worms that a lot of people would rather have closed.
yes. But if I don't do that, I am willingly saying that with the power that I have right now, I'm okay with leaving potentially innocent people buried underneath.
Innocent.
Okay, not all. Okay, some of them have to be nice. Wasn't fucking what's his name? Dritz like from there too? Or what's his name? Dritz Doden, right?
Dritz has been dead for over 10,000 years. Next.
Yeah, they still talk about him. I'm sure there's a few more of them down there. But you see, okay, you guys know how much shit we get from the Urali. You think once Nirvash dies, there isn't going to be a fucking power struggle if we do kill Nirvash? If we can get more we can get more people that are strong. I can somehow try to make Anabora a superpower so that we don't have to worry about what Runadavia is. We don't have to worry about fucking because right now Runadavia is missing one of their princes. That's an opening in power. We don't have to worry about fucking Naya. I can deal with Naya. We don't have to deal with a fucking druid out there who turns into a fucking dragon murdering other people. I am the closest thing to a Leofield, to an Argus, that Anabora has ever had. And if I don't do this, sure, I could probably do all right for this country. But I have a shot at bringing us to where Runadavir is, where Nair is, where Sprintfall is, and where Yelera is. And okay, tell me this, Heron, how would it feel giving good old whatever the fuck, Corellin or whatever fuck, a big ass middle finger?
You see his face
I
like
feel
contort,
the-
and he's like, "Thing is, I know you're playing me, but you're right."
But think about it though, because if I free a buried, who are ultimate worshippers,
Brother.
we convert them somehow, and we become strong. He does not expect this. He is a piece of shit, and I know that because the other gods in my head.
Okay, I'm like it. I'll say the more and more and more he's talking, I both like and hate him more. Sis, why did you never talk to me about this kid? Why the fuck didn't this asshole talk to me about this kid?
How the fuck do you not know I existed?
No, not about that you exist. I know that you exist. I know that every male drow exists. It's more so that, there's kind of several, dozens of millions of male drow. I kind of can't be paying attention to all of you at the same time.
I used to crash and hit your temple all the time and bug this
Do you know how many fucking temples I have in this country?
Not a lot.
Fuck
You're not the most
you!
worship god out there.
Fuck
What?
you! I've got like several hundred.
I'm trying to fix that issue.
Alright, boys. Enough. Varys, at the end of the day, political struggles aren't what concern us. What concerns us is the well-being of the drow as a species. Because at the end of the day, they are effectively our children now that our mother has been removed from the board, so to speak. But a fair warning that if the buried are to come back, that would give rise to a potential for her to return to influence. Us gods have influence based on our worshippers, our power, and our portfolio. Mother's portfolio has been weakened due to the separation of the drow, and the majority of them now living topside, under our purview. But if you introduce who knows how many million drow that worship mom back into the equation, you create a potential for her to return to the board, so to speak.
And that's fair. Two things. Firstly, Lady Illustrator, like you mentioned, you and Varen right, like you said, all the drow are your children. We are under your purview. would it not be right for me to give the buried a shot rather than leave them stuck underneath where they are, following Lolt's practices without showing them there is another avenue, another like way of life? Um, Secondly, if I free them, I'm gonna show them that they don't need to fucking worship a god when I'm gonna lead them.
As they both look at you with raised eyebrows at that one. Don't don't need to worship a god. Gotta rephrase that.
I'm just like,
He's got balls. I like it. Unfortunately, he also happens to be preaching compassion to the goddess therein. Yep. And that's why when you notice that Veyron has been smiling at Illustre like as almost a brother trying to annoy the shit out of his sister the whole time. Also, Hedge, why the fuck aren't you in the roll 20?
I am.
Oh, it doesn't show you.
Oh, I didn't click launch game. That's my bad. I literally signed in and everything and forgot to click launch game.
You're good. All right. But yeah. With that, let me say. Well,
I
in
will say
that-
one last thing. If the need comes, I'm not afraid to use force and to do what's necessary to keep the top side safe.
well, I appreciate you trying to give them a chance. However, you don't necessarily know how the Lothian Drow work. So let us give you a little bit of advice, if you're up for it.
Yes, this is where I shut the fuck up and listen to y'all.
Mom's followers are power-hungry sons of bitches, and bitches themselves. If you appeal to their sense of power, you give them a chance to advance, a chance to establish more. They'll do damn near anything you ask if you can provide it. Make deals with them. Get political. Get diplomatic. Just don't turn your back on them because they'll put a dagger through your ribs.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Oh yeah, no, dude, they kill each other all the fucking time. Uh, top murderer in Drow history right here.
Probably
You
gonna have
say
to
that
keep
as if
someone
that
with
was
the
something to be proud of, brother. You kidding? Scoreboard.
I gotta be up there now, right?
Bitch, please. You're in the bush leagues. Hell, this asshole's killed more than you.
Something tells me you're not killing enough innocent people.
I think when
Wait,
he
hold on a
hears that-
second.
Okay, to
Would,
be fair to Veyron, for thousands of years he was Lol's he was Lol's like favorite assassin.
Hey, can I ask you a personal? Okay, but yes, please go on with advice, and then I'll ask you a personal question.
Well, that's the thing. Appeal to them. Find a matron with a lot of power. Make a deal from there. Basically, if you get one of them who who happens to have power over the rest, and you can appeal to their ambition or their vanity, you should be able to get you should be able to at least bring them into the fold. Now, controlling them, good fucking luck with that. But getting them to work with you for their own self-interest, that is something that may work.
That's a starting point.
And the personal question you had for us.
Oh, that is also for him. Like, why the fuck did you leave Walton? Like,
Okay, so Mom's a bitch. Actually, no, Mom is not a bitch. Mom is the bitch. I
you
don't
got a
like.
deadbeat dad?
Yeah, dad's a deadbeat dickhead. Hold up, sorry, this voice bears on my throat. I just felt like Veyron would have a crunchy voice.
Crunchy.
Look, there's only so much of Mom and Dad I can reasonably deal with. And then you got other people around like Moonbow, who's up my ass all the time. It was easier to leave the Dark Seldarin and basically just become a duo with Sis. Because
And look, now you
honestly,
have.
she's not bad. Really, she pisses me off like no one else because the fact she has no sense of lethality, severity, and she wants to try and save everyone. Yes, and your first inclination is murder. Because it works. Someday I hope you'll change, brother. Look, you've got me to change about as much as I will. And there's no immortality, there's no amount of time that will really make me shift any more than who I am. You need someone fucking tortured? I'm your guy. You need someone to steal some shit for the drow? I'm the guy. But when it comes to all this other stuff, all this hugging and kissing and emotional bullshit, that's your department, sis. It always has been, it always will be.
Oh, quick second question. Why does Mask dress like a gimp?
Oh yeah, I forgot one of your friends is that motherfucker's champion.
He keeps trying to smite me every time I remind him, but like, it's not my fault he used to dress up like one.
Wait, you talked to him?
Yeah, and I told him that.
Did he mention favorites previous? Shut the fuck up.
Nope, didn't mention anything about you.
Good. Oh no! Basically, Silver. What happened is they are high priests of Illustre and Veyron, who decided to embody them for a moment because with the gods they can on occasion imbue basically take control, like temporary control of a host body that has a strong connection to them, like on the level of a high priest or priestess. It's not a permanent thing, and it would not last through combat, but it is more of like a small thing. It's like how literally these are about two of the most devout followers of Illustre and Veyron on Abeline, so that's why they were able to sort of take them over so seamlessly. It also helps that physically they're very close, to them. So like with gods, if it's something, it would be harder. Like Veyron couldn't take over a female drow, and Illustre vice versa couldn't take over like a male drow. It's just how that one works. That's why like the voice change. Like Chaz, it's more of like the bro voice, but then like Veyron's got the scratchy voice. Okay, good. All right, that's about all we got, kid. Oh, by the way, one last thing.
Mhm.
I keep getting this feeling of connection to one of those fuckers from the other universe. Kill them.
Oh
If any-
yeah!
the fact that there's some motherfucker wearing my fucking scarf and it's not a drow. I mean, shit, the only reason I say no offense to her, and I'm not trying to be sexual or anything. The only reason I did the first time, I would say with that instead of doing a male drow, is just because of the fact that girl was a badass. Shinyi was quite the effective weapon, wasn't she? Yeah.
What happens? What happens to your scarf if we kill him?
I don't fucking know. It's not the one I made. It's from an alternate fucking universe, and it came over here. I imagine.
Wait. I have a question. Are there alternate universe gods?
Probably. I mean, some other version of Veyron had to make that version of Widowmaker's Mantle, because this motherfucker didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Please kill that thing. And if you get it, give it to Chaz. Because I want to destroy that shit. It just You ever have that feeling where it feels like something is crawling up your spine?
Hmm.
Okay, imagine having that, but it's like the biggest divine fucking back itch you've ever had.
Yeah, and plus, Evil Isaac's a bit of an incel too. No, he's an incel.
Yes! Like, I'm not gonna claim to be, like the most progressive motherfucker out there, but holy shit, that guy's got issues.
Hmm. I just realized that where runs that Republican uncle at the family gathering?
Yeah! Thank you, somebody got it, because, like, notice, I didn't argue when Josaku said the misogynist. I'm like, well, he's the god of male drow.
Uh,
He's kind of like that because of the fact that, drow society is pretty misandrist. Alright, I'm out. As you notice, Chaz's eyes like stop glowing red, and he sort of like slumped in the chair for a second before sitting up. Persephone does the same. It's like, what just did I did I just pass out for a second? Varys, what just happened?
Varen and Alistair took over your body and I talked to them.
Wait, what? You're
Yeah, they
fucking
took over your
kidding
body and
me.
talked to them.
He
Yeah, they're
talked
on
to
board
you.
with.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker right here. That is a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna smack you in the back of the head.
Ow! What is that for?
Because I'm supposed to be the one talking to him. Call it a friend jealousy smack.
Well, yeah, you talk to him anyway.
Yes! But
Yeah,
now
then he
you
talked
just
to
got to
me.
talk to him, and he used me as a fucking. He basically just used me as a megaphone. Say, as a freaking magical microphone. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm the champion of two gods. I'm fucking important.
Pipe down.
And they're on board with my plan, by the way.
Illustrate herself is aware and agrees with your plan to free the buried.
Yes, they brought up some concerns, very valid concerns, but at the end of the day, they do want to see the betterment of the Drow society.
Okay. In that case, you will have my backing. Technically, I'm not allowed to endorse you politically, but when it comes to anything involving the buried, the the Sisterhood of Illustrae will be with you, as will any of our warriors. You're serious? Well, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, you already know my guys are with you. By the way, if they start up trouble, we are putting them down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to give them a proper chance first, Jazz. Remember, remember Persephone, not my boss. And you can see like there's like a stare of I would say that's like this is not the first time this conversation has been had.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough of that. We're gonna give them a chance. If you can't convince them, we're either going to rebury them or we're burying them 6 feet under. Just a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I'll say now with that out of the way. Did he come talk to you too, Persephone? He did. Yeah, Varys, I might have neglected to mention something thus far because I wanted to wait until Persephone was here too. Uh, yeah, I got a visit from the other you.
Hmm. What do you want from you? I know he visited Persephone.
Endorsement. Why does my throat feel all scratchy?
Because Vehron used you again?
How scratchy is that guy's voice? It must sound like he's swallowing marble all the time.
It sounded like he had smoked 10 packs of cigarettes for like all of eternity.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah, then again, nope, not gonna make that joke. Not gonna make that joke. Not gonna get spited today. So yeah, when it when it came to that visit, basically he came and asked for assistance. Apparently, he had no idea that you and I had history together. And when coming to me, he definitely was persuasive. However, Chaz had already informed me of what had happened in his world regarding others. Thank you for that information ahead of time. No reason for me not to tell it to you. I I told him we would stay neutral in this. I told him to suck my dick. Obviously, one of us was more couth than the other. But the bottom line is, he's trying to make allies. Speaking of which, it's getting a little late, Chaz, don't you think? I believe you had something. As I believe that you mentioned certain people were in town to talk to Varys. Oh shit! Varys, come on. We're going to the temple.
Huh?
We're getting you dressed up.
What?
Look, if you want to do this, basically, Beer Lace is part of the biggest political party in the country. All right. So while your doppelganger is leading, Beer Lace is still not that far behind him, just off of party allegiance alone, because of the fact that technically he's kind of running as an independent because he has no party affiliation. So are you. No one from the opposition party ran in Galrin because they haven't won in over 1,000 years. It has always been a part of Beer Lace and hold up, I gotta pronounce her name right. Hold up. And High Counselor Nilo's party. All right. The conservative faction is not has a lot going for them. If you want friends, you're going to need to make some allies. Part of that is going to be the fact that you've actually already met three counselors. So you're gonna have dinner with them tonight. You're gonna have some conversation. You're gonna smooze and you're gonna do some politics.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, and I follow.
All right. And as that happens, is going to get off and get ready. In the meantime, the rest of you, as you're lounging around, eventually Device does return to Twice Home. And I would say with the other five of you all around there, eventually you do say Vanna does walk up. Well, I don't believe we have had proper introductions. She looks to Pensy and Device. And I believe now you're my coworker. So you're technically my coworker and counterpart. Pointing at Device. Vanna, the second savant of the second citizens of the second city of Annabora. This is
Device of Wickermen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've also been told that you are absolutely insane. Please do me a favor and don't blow up anything in my guild hall.
That's a harsh word.
I thought we got a delivery for one Device of Wickermen. Where do you want us to put this gunpowder?
Oh, I'll take
As
it.
Vanna did, is gonna be look at you and I say, I look at you and be like, What did I just fucking say?
Listen, bad timing.
I had to do that to you. I'm sorry. So, I have to be at the say at the debate tomorrow. Chaz has to be at the debate tomorrow. Persephone has to be at the debate tomorrow. One of you, say there's one person who doesn't. One person who apparently had a run-in with our friend. And by our friend, I mean the alternate version of Varys that is apparently sleeping with an alternate version of me. Oh dear gods, why? As you can see, the sort of like that look of like, oh good god. In say on Vanna's face before she shakes it off. Okay. From what I can tell, there was a port on the other side of town, which Varys Koalave has been effectively using as his campaign center. If there are going to be any plans in terms of how they are going to utilize any sort of method to unbury, I'll say to free the buried, it will be there. So, I'm going to set you all up with plans, and then I'm going to leave it up to y'all to be able to get over there and to get in. Especially with you two. She points at Isaac and Device. Should be able to sneak in. Whereas imagine you two, pointing at Pensy and Amelie, probably could make a pretty damn good distraction if you wanted.
That's what I'm good at.
Oh, you're good at a lot, sweetie. By the
Blow
way,
it up.
love the armor on you. It looks great.
Thank you.
Really,
Gone through many sets over the years.
well, the flame dragon armor really brings out the sort of whole vibe you have going on, especially with the band now basically looking like lava. What the fuck happened with that?
A lot of things have happened. I don't think you could ask me anything and get a straight answer. I have such a hard time keeping track of it all.
Well, I kind of gathered that I couldn't get a straight answer.
Not without trying.
No. Pod, I think you missed the joke.
My fucking god, really? I hate you.
What can I say, girl? I have a good gaydar. I'm sorry. That one was just for the meme because I knew that you would be able to take that joke and run with it.
You're lucky.
Oh yeah, no, that one was also funny just because it's true. I'm a yeah.
I partially got sidetracked and forgot what it was I was going to say now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she was talking about the vibe. She was saying it's like everything looks the look suits you.
Yeah.
And if you remember
definitely.
back in the day when you first met, she kind of like dissed your fashion. She was very Mean Girl-esque with that.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. It was years ago.
Yes, it was. But yeah, that she's going to lay out basically this map of Galvrin, and on the other side of the city, from where Twice Home is, you can see that she has pointed out two buildings. One of them is a warehouse dash like office building center. It seems like it's more so like it used to be an abandoned shipping place, and the other one is a port. Here's where he docks that big ass ship. Now, if it's still there, I would heavily recommend doing something to it. Because that thing could probably take on any ship in the Anaboran Navy. Including the Pride of Elastre. I don't know if you've ever heard of that ship, but that's a really big fucking ship, and the fact that I'm saying that his ship could probably take that on and out is a feat. So if the opportunity arises to sabotage his ship, I recommend doing it.
Okay.
With the rest of you, any ideas what y'all may do for, to cause trouble?
Wild animals, plants, intense light or heat. That'll definitely get under people's skin.
That it will.
Sounds good to me.
I'm surprised Silva hasn't threatened to blow something up yet.
Do
Well-
you think an explosion at the heart of Earth would do any good?
Please don't blow up anything that actually belongs to Anabora or to any merchants, please. Because I will send you the bill. I will send it to you in a fucking heartbeat.
Oh, I've got Tion's money. It's okay.
That's not necessarily a lot right now. That's not necessarily a lot.
What a Karabagoat, dude. Holy shit, device. This motherfucker's using his country's money as his, like, to, like, fund his playtime. Holy shit.
Also, just a heads up. Doing that will not get you any fans. I speak from experience.
Well, if I disguise myself as one of his minions and then do it, it will.
Yeah, with that accent, sweetie, you're not passing.
What, do you think he has no tabaxis?
Yes. They're all drow.
Guys, I think my plan is foiled.
This is my colleague now. Plus, I'm pretty sure, I'd say, even without the reveries, I'm pretty sure you're all about as strong as me too, so fuck. I got another person. Hopefully this time we don't destroy a city block. Let's just say Misha and I don't get along. I will claim total responsibility over that.
Well, don't make me summon a T-Rex.
I will absolutely turn that T-Rex against you.
Good luck with that.
Oh, try me.
I turn around and look at Amelie.
Do you think this is a challenge?
As you see
Hardly.
Vanna raising up her violin.
We'll make this.
I
another-
raise generation.
My guild hall is big enough. I'll make your T-Rex tap dance.
Well, and now it's just sounding funny. I have to.
Alright,
I'll-
well. Go for it.
I'm gonna summon the T-Rex.
Alright. The moment he appears, I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Give me a second. I need to pull up his stat block.
Let me find this. What music is? I'm trying to find out what music this is. This is ever. Probably is in here. Yes. Cool.
I don't have many hopes for the T-Rex, but this will be funny either way.
So you basically notice, like, the moment the T-Rex appears, you see her kind of going like, crazy on the violin. As instantly, the T-Rex is now, like, enamored with whatever it is she's doing.
Device is gonna laugh at it.
So she's also going to say, I would need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't give a fuck if Device gets. It doesn't matter if Device gets whatever's happening.
You fail.
Fuck yeah, funny.
As now you are, as she, now she's gonna say, dance for me. As you notice that she's like going ham on this, and y'all watch is now basically the T-Rex and Device are now just basically like tap dancing in unison. As then, you see one thing, Device, be a good boy and make yourself a footstool so I can get on the T-Rex's head. As in, you get down on the knees and she steps on your back to step onto the T-Rex's head as she continues dancing on the T-Rex's head. You did tell me, you did issue the challenge, by the way, so that's more so to say, this is my house. As she stops playing, uh, and she's going to then slide down the T-Rex's back. It's gonna like lean over towards her, and she's gonna like scritch it a little bit behind the eye. They say I'm the best charm user in the world, Device. Just be sure to make
A
sure that
good
you know who you're
coworker
talking
to
to.
have.
Absolutely. Which means is if you ever do need something charmed, you know where to call and you know who to pay.
Well, I don't do the whole talking. I kind of just fight.
Well, if I ever need more entertaining ass kicking than what Argus can provide, and that way I can avoid talking to Melina for 5 minutes, I might give you a call.
Good to know.
All right. Hey Jose,
Yeah.
what's Yosaku been doing this whole time?
We're in Galrin.
We are in Galrin. Y'all are in Twice Home at the moment. You also just saw Device basically tap dance and have Vano basically like step on his back to get up on the T-Rex and whatnot.
I'm probably enjoying the show then.
All right. And when she came to like the thing with the planning out, y'all are welcome to plan about how y'all want to go about the distraction and whatnot. The floor is y'all's.
I'm not part of that, right?
You are not. You are currently getting ready and about to go to a dinner with a bunch of counselors. He's actually not the weakest guild leader, and in an outright fight, as long as you pass that saving throw, which by the way, you only lost it by 1. Oh wait, I didn't realize you only had a +2. Yeah, no, Vanna and Argus were 2 of the worst matchups for you. Because Vanna, again, Vanna's like whole thing is like charms. Actually, wait, technically she wouldn't have been able to concentrate on both of those at the same time. So, oh wait, no, yeah, she would. Because one of them isn't concentration because it was charm monster. And then the other one was dominate person, so she only needed to concentrate on one of them. But yeah, those are pretty bad matchups for you. I think you would definitely beat Oro. I think you and Rex would be a good matchup, but I think you win. I think you beat Rie outright. You might lose to Leofiel. Her thing is 9th level spells, so like that's a maybe. You probably kick the shit out of Rosny. You definitely beat Shantiz, and Misha would be an interesting fight. I would give it to you if I had to bet. It's just also like stylistically, Argus and Vanna were 2 of your worst like stylistic matchups. If you were gonna square up to any guild leader.
I will
All right.
beat one day. One of them.
Oh yeah, no. Again, it's just you pick 2 of the 3 that I think would convincingly beat you. And even then, that was just like for the charming. In an actual fight, you probably beat Vanna. Because I don't think she has anything that could do enough damage to take you out.
Okay.
Like, she's a bard and her specialty is charms. Like, the majority of her spells are charms.
I would be insulted if they actually beat me in a fight.
Yeah, no. Like, Vanna probably doesn't beat you in a fight outright, but she can remove you from a fight.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So on that front, let's move on to back to Varus. Varus, you find yourself now at Temple of Aeron. You notice that you're on these dressy robes, and you notice that you just feel a little bit off in them, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Do I have to wear these?
Yes, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna get to that restaurant, and you're going to enjoy every second of schmoozing with other counselors. All right.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir. I'm already not happy with you today. All right, here's the address. He hands it to you. Go to that table. Hopefully you're not late.
Sir. How much time do I have?
How much time do you have? You said.
Yeah, if I have to be there.
You should probably get going now. I think you're supposed to be there in about 30 minutes.
Get out.
Okay, let me make sure I got this right. Oh wait, random notes. Oh. Give me a second. Oh. I'm trying to find. So I'm trying to make sure I have all of the names. Okay, cool. Okay. As you go up, you would know, by the way, the people that you are meeting with. You would
Mhm.
know of them because you have also met them before at the Black Wedding in particular.
Mhm.
Just giving you a heads up there. Let me pull it to Anabora. You would know first up of Counselor Baven Nith, right? He is from Della, who is very much like a mercantile state, kind of like how Galrin is, but Galrin also has like a strong like naval presence because of it being because of having access to the rivers that basically divide Anabora. It is like being that
Mhm.
central port city and whatnot. Della, on the other hand,
Mhm.
is a little bit north of that. Let me pull up my map generator. That way I can make sure I have all of this right. And again, like I was telling everybody beforehand, and I think I've told you this before, but just as a reminder, to think about it like Renaissance era Italy, with like
Yeah.
uh, Uste is like Rome, Galrin is
Mhm.
effectively Venice, Della is Florence, Abilindil is like that one is Genoa because it's like a military one,
Mhm.
and then the last one is Dulcin, the southernmost
Mhm.
one, which is much more like oh, I just had it. I don't know how much you played like say like Assassin's Creed or whatnot, or like looked up history, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it was Milan,
Yeah.
which like basically though the Milan is very much like
Yeah.
very very trade heavy, very upper crust aristocratic. Uh, that Della is also like there, but it's much more like practical thing. It's much more like banking. It's much more like merchants than like the arts.
Mhm.
Uh, let's see. Okay, so Baven is in of Della. Oh, sorry. So he's
Mhm.
gonna be much more like the practical rich folk. Cassandra as the counselor of Abilindel, which again, the military one. It's the one on the coast of what's it?
Mhm.
It's the one on the edge, say on the border with Euralis.
Mhm.
And then Nilo Ball, who is I'll say who is like the southern one, much more of like the richer or like I say richer area, but it's much more like artsy rich. Like it's
Mm.
considered the entertainment uh, center, even if Galrin is considered to like to have some of the best entertainers. It's like how people see Los Angeles as the entertainment city, even if a lot of entertainment actually comes out of New York.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So as you walk into this place, you do notice that there is uh, the maitre d, say the maitre d there. He's going to say,
Mhm.
"Do you have a reservation tonight, sir?"
Yes, I was told to. I had a seat at this table, and I show her the table number.
Oh, oh, welcome, candidate Rivers. Right this way.
You?
As
I follow.
he indicates to a waitress who will like lead you back, and you notice that it goes up and over to this sort of like small like balcony area where there's sort of this solo table. You notice that you're walking past basically about in this building, just based on what you're seeing, there's probably about 50 heavily armed guards. And these don't look like your standard like city guard or whatnot. You see several of them in full military regalia. You see paladins with some high level magic items that like if you didn't have what you had, these would be the kinds of things you'd be trying to use. You see several people carrying like just some heavy stuff all leading up to this table, and you see all of them sort of giving you like looks over,
Mm-hmm.
and like a couple of them give you like a little bit of a like a nod, like respect, as they like see the stuff that you're wearing. Because I'm assuming, I would say, because you're still wearing Sakara lore
Yeah,
on your
and the
wrist,
belt.
you're still wearing your belt. Are you still wearing the admiral's mantle?
Yes.
Okay, then I assume with the robes you would have picked out like some white ones to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you walk in, you do see it, and you do see at the table, as they all stand up, Nilobal, Baven, and Cassandra. Well, it certainly is good to see you again, Varys Rivers. Come now, Cassandra. Shouldn't we be a little bit more hospitable to the young man? Besides, we did this already for his twin? Doppelganger? Honestly, the whole thing is a little bit confusing to me still as well. Nilobal. If you don't mind cutting those pleasantries, Nilobal. As Baven will walk up and offer his hand for you to shake.
It's a pleasure meeting all three of y'all. And as I shake his hand in a much less
Meeting again.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, a pleasure meeting. That's what I said. Did I not say that? Okay.
He has said meeting.
Oh, yeah, pleasure meeting you all again in a less death focused environment.
Yes, and still thank you for helping us in that instance. I would say because of you and your compatriots, that's part of the reasons why we are still alive. Many people lost their lives that day. Such a shame. People die in war, and let's be honest, how much do you really care, Nilobal? Cassandra, you wound me. No, I don't. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Well then, somebody's in a mood tonight. Whenever I have to interact with you, I am.
Uh, all right, Colin. So
As yeah, everybody goes to sit down, and you notice like you get three different responses. So you're getting three different things. Roll me an insight check if you, because like I assume that you would be trying to like get a bead on everything.
yeah.
Yeah, roll me insight.
13.
13. You get the vibe. Baven is being hospitable and more like open to conversation. You get the vibe that Nilobal is basically being a politician, but it's Cassandra you're having trouble reading because of the fact that she could be either pissed off as fuck at you, or she could be just not. I'll say she could uh, be pissed off about something else. You just don't know. All you know is the vibe is that she's not enthused by
And
something.
Nilabal is the he's from the L.A. Baven is mercantile.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way around? Yeah. Okay.
Well, think of
Uh,
Nilobal's from Milan, Baven from Florence,
yep.
and
And Cassandra's
from Genoa.
and it's just those two. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
and
good.
those in order are Dulcin, Della, and Abolindel. So, your friend said that we needed to meet you. To meet you seemed only fair, given the fact we were invited by a dinner last week with your with your doppelganger.
No,
He's quite the
I'm sure
charmer.
and I'm sure he wined and dined y'all. Uh, I'm going to be honest. I'm not him. I tend to do my talking via my fists. Quite effective. I understand as a counselor that might not always be suitable, but I will cut right to the chase. I can help all three of y'all. Now, let me put a few things into perspective.
By all means.
I am the champion of two gods, Uatu and Volca. Alternate version of me is the champion of Umbly and Lot. Alternate version of me wants to free the buried.
You notice at this point, actually, like, there's a little bit of a silence that falls, that hangs in the air after this. Like, you hear some, like, shifting of armor and whatnot, and you get the vibe that now everyone in the, in this part of the room, which, again, y'all are in, like, sort of like a private booth area
Yep.
of this place, even the guards are looking at you now. I'm sorry. He's trying to what?
How much do you trust them?
He's trying to free the. How much do we trust? Well, you
gods.
should ask her. As she basically like, holds a hand up to Nyla Ball. Every man here tonight is part of my personal guard. I have fought with these men. I have bled with these men, and these men would die for, for Anabora. So if they say anything, I would slit their throats myself.
Good.
Because they would have betrayed me worse than than I could describe. Anything I hear, they can hear.
Now, evil alternate version of me has a cave dragon, right? Cave dragon. Hyper cave dragon, right? Hyper.
Cave dragon, yes.
Yes. Okay. Cave dragon.
And if you again, you say the name of that cave dragon is Vako, the Rancid King. He is the ancient cave dragon.
Its name is Wako. It's an ancient cave dragon.
He.
Let me finish. He wants to use Wako, free the buried, further increase Lolt's influence, and create more foot soldiers for Nervash.
I need you to make me say. You see, Cassandra basically like put her fist on the table and say her hand on the table, and you see it start to glow. I'm gonna make this real fucking simple. You let this through. Make me a wisdom saving throw. You can choose to fail.
What do I know? What's being cast?
It is a spell. You don't know it because you are not familiar with the spell.
I'm gonna fail it.
Okay. You are compelled to tell the truth. Cassandra. Nilo Ball, shut the fuck up. Normally, I have little patience for your hoity-toity bullshit. Normally, I would at least try to put up with it for political sake. But based on what he just said, that is a lot of shit to unpack in one fucking instance. Now, granted, I want to be completely straight with you. My political party is opposing you for the most part. You have to know I'm technically part of the faction that Anna and Beerlace is. Technically, so is Niloball. Baven's the only dissenter here. He's in the minority. Part of why I'm actually throwing in with him already. I decided that before we had the meal with the other one. You did what? As Baven looks to you and smiles. What? It just seemed like the only logical outcome. Let's be honest. I'm tired of arguing with the old crone. And Anna could use a little bit of a reality check.
I look at them and I go, I haven't lied at any point this night.
Well, he's telling the truth. Well then.
Let me make this clear. Part of the reason I'm running for councillor is because I do care about Galrun. I care about its people, especially the poor, considering I was one not too long ago. And I'm doing this because I genuinely care. If I didn't, I could have fucking stayed in Naya. And you know what? Had a good shot at being Eye of the Night, considering who my father is.
Argus Bane himself.
And again, I gave that up to come back to the city. And do you want to know why? Because I'm the best goddamn fucking thing to happen to this country.
Quite arrogant, quite an arrogant or confident statement, don't you think, young man? On the contrary, I think I think it's rather cognizant. Remember,
It is,
he did take out Minusol.
and Minusol, if I had to fight Minusol right now, I would have been able to squish him with my fingers. I have gotten stronger and stronger.
So
I
heads
fought
up, he
dragons.
was a level 15 warlock.
Squishy motherfucker. Divine Smite.
Fair enough.
You
Fair
are
enough.
right.
Continue.
I will always say mages can get to me if I can't get to them first. If they get the first turn and I roll shit on initiative, I'm dead hyper. I acknowledge that. But sorry, going back.
Yep, Pact of the Great Worm. Yeah, continue.
Anabora has had to deal with the past. We've had to deal with the Urali. We've had to deal with depending on Rundavi and Naya. We have not had anyone be the equivalent of an Argus, of a Leofiel, of a what's the guy name of the guy in Muralis who views
Lysander.
Almighty? Sorry, the equivalent of a Lysander, the equivalent of the dragons out of the Sapphire Empire, the Sapphire Empress, another one that I killed, or the dragons out in Rundavia. I am the closest thing to that, being the champion of two gods. Granted, if I don't die fighting Irwash, I know I can do what's best for the city, and by extension, this country. And I look at Cassandra. Cassandra, you need more funding for the army, right?
Yes.
We don't need to scrimp on the navy. Look at the fucking police force we have in this goddamn country. Useless. We make some changes to the guilds, and the guilds can take most of their work. Move that money over to the army. The guilds already do half the shit.
Well, ours didn't until recently.
And with me here, I can make sure that it gets done more effectively.
Good, because frankly, I'm tired of Miss Zilta being ineffective. Her recent change of heart has been good, but at the same time, I have to see if it will persist before I have any sort of faith in her.
No. And I look towards Baven and Neobal.
You don't have to.
Part of my plan.
Baven's gonna straight up look at you and say, "It's not me you have to convince. I'm already throwing in with you. Remember?"
I look at New Balls. Yeah, Mercantile. Right. Okay.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Baven is like the mercantile and like trading one. He's like his one is the northernmost city-state. So like his is the one where it's like the primary trade with Nair, and it's also the one that is closest to Galrin proper. So like it's easy for them to get Delian goods out because of the fact that it's very close to Galrinian ports, and it's right up the river from Galrin.
And Nearball is more of like
It's like the upper class. Basically, he lives in like Annabore in LA.
I'm going to be honest, Nearball.
It's like Milan.
Part of what I want to do, I am planning on taxing the rich. I want to have more spent for the poor.
Mm-hmm.
But there are two things that can happen. You either are on board with that, and you, and by extension, the rest of the people that you work with will be seen in a better light, or we keep the status quo. The second thing is, and I might about to see something stupid, but I also got the approval of Elistray and Veheron. Again, not lying.
Holy shit, he's not fucking lying. Pause for just a fucking moment here. How the fuck did you manage that?
Got to talk to the high priest and priestess of Veheron and Elistray. Ergo, gods in heaven. Sorry, I think
My,
Discord
my,
froze on
young
me.
man, you certainly do have a lot of friends in high places, it seems. Well, if that's the case, what makes you think you need us? You notice, just based on your past insight, you were sort of selling Nilo Ball, but the moment you started talking about like taxing the rich, he's like, because again, his is like the entertainment center of the country. Whoop, and there went Varus. There went Hedge.
I think it was lagging.
Eat 'em. Mepho, basically the Vanna gave you all more information about like what you, say the idea, say something that y'all could potentially be doing. It is up to y'all's choice. To basically raid one of say Varys Kolave's basically like effective campaign headquarters. See if there, say if y'all could find out any plans about what's going on with the Barry. There he is.
Sorry, my Discord
Back.
froze. I missed. Where did I last see?
Again, you could tell that with Nilo Ball, you were it was doing well up say up until you were talking about like increased taxes on like the rich. He's like, that might have
No,
not so.
no. I understand that's not what you're looking for. But again, you either side with person that throws in with Nurwash, or you side with me. And then when I win, and if you side with
Or-
evil me, you and I win, you become one of the most hated people in the country. But aside from that,
Or
I
I
do
side
have
with the
some plans
person who
to.
served alongside me for 300 years.
Yeah, and we all know she's fucking useless and has done nothing to further this country, even though she's, done for over 300 years, and has let multiple innocent people just die on the streets due to starvation, lack of healthcare, food, education. We can go on and on. Uh, but what I was gonna say was, Nalbal, there might be. I do have a plan to get more money and get more arts and get more. How do I put this? More people that you would like.
More eyes towards Dulcin.
Yes. One of the things that Alistria and Veheron have approved and have backed me with is that alternate version of me wants to free the buried. They are on board with me doing it if we can assimilate them into Anaboran culture. By doing so, we help increase the manpower and potentially help start putting Anabora on as a superpower and not relying as much on Redavia, Naya, and more bodies for the Urali border.
At this point, but again, this is just based on your passive insight. You would see like
Yeah.
Cassandra in particular has like straightened up, and you see her face is like she's had like this like either bewildered or pissed off face the whole time. Now she's like, I like the sound of that.
I'm talking more bodies, more magic, probably more of our history as well as culture, weapons, magic, gold, treasures.
This also sounds
That's been
like a
long
prime
buried.
way to. This also sounds like a prime way of how to piss off the Urali.
It is, but you really can't afford to go to war with us right now. No one can afford to go to war with us, with anyone, as long as Nirvash exists. Once Nirvash goes down, I'm one of the people that's going to be fighting him. Do you think they'd just start an outright war with the guy that fought Nirvash? And also, who's also friends with a bunch of. But let's be real. A bunch of other, like, fucking prodigies.
Quite high opinions of your friends, don't you think?
We've killed the dragons. We liberated Tian. We killed Smiles.
He's got you
We
there.
killed the Sapphire Empress. In her home.
That one does count as quite impressive, I do admit.
I literally talked shit to the soldiers of the Sapphire Empire after we finished killing the Sapphire Empress.
Well, then how about this? As Cassandra's now gonna sit up, and she's basically like, clutching her wine glass. I want a guarantee about something because I haven't decided on this. Frankly, I agree about Beer Lace. She is frankly useless, and she loves funding her little police force and saying a bunch of other of her private projects that lines the pockets of her friends, rather than having the soldiers and my people be be treated properly or giving us the proper resources to be able to prepare for, let's be honest, an inevitable conflict with the Urali. There is no way that they will sit by forever. They will probably find some way eventually, and I am determined to be ready for when that happens. But I can't do that without funding. So tell you what, if you agree, if you get elected, that you will say that you will help support me in military votes, then you'll have my support and the support of the Avalindi. You'll also have the support of, say, and with me will come a veterans vote.
Like I said, a police is overfunded. We can easily redirect that money towards the army. And that way we don't have to touch the Navy as well.
Well, then that's two counselors that you have the support of. Just a heads up, you still have, the fucking leader of the country throwing her weight behind Beer Lace. Anna won't.
That's Anna.
Anna won't exactly be happy about her good friend potentially being opposed, especially not by me. But frankly, I don't give a fuck what Anna says. By the way, a good way to think about the relationship between Anna and Cassandra, it's very public. It's very much like a good way to think of it would be think about like McCain. Well, actually, no, you're Canadian. You don't understand this analogy. Damn it!
Probably will. I like world history. McCain and
I was thinking like McCain and like more like the hardcore like established like career politician Republican politicians. Like you know how like
yeah. I get it.
he didn't like a lot of the people that like went stooge for Trump when like Trump came into power, and he was always like publicly against that. And I say that like, that's like how he sees them, because you have someone who's actually like legitimately former military, I say high ranking, very much prioritizes military affairs, a little bit of a war hawk, but not to the not to like, oh, we need to start wars everywhere and we need to police everybody way, but more of a we need to be prepared for anything because you never know when it's going to happen sort of war hawk. Um, and she hates the established career politicians, but she's part of the party because the fact that the Conservative Party in Aurora does have more power than sort of like than the other parties. Again, Baven
Mhm.
is the only one of the five that isn't part of that party, and that's more so just because Della happens to be more mixture, like moderate to liberal than the others, and the corruption in Galrun. Let's be honest with that. So yeah. Um. So if you do that and you agree to those terms, you'll have two counselors behind you.
Like I said, we don't need the police here.
As she reaches across, basically like you see her basically like reach across the table, like not very like like Kutha do it. She's just kind of doing it, like
Yeah.
reaching across for like a handshake.
Shake a hand. Firm handshake.
From handshake. That easy, Cassandra? Yes, because also I know it'll annoy the piss out of you as well, Nyla Ball. Well, I can't exactly endorse someone after one simple dinner. Oh, please. Just get your head out
Now,
of your ass.
Nilobal, I'm going again. I'm under a spell. I'm going to be very honest. You can be part of the winning side, or you can be part of the losing side. And so far, everyone that's thrown in with the Norwash has been part of the losing side.
Oh,
And when they've run,
I don't plan to endorse your counterpart. I was talking about endorsing Beer Lace. She is say an ally and someone that I have worked with for centuries. There's not exactly any reason why I would abandon that anytime soon. Your counterpart may have the showmanship, he may have the charisma, but at the same time, as far as allies goes, it's not him who I say he does. It's not that his allies that are where his power is. It's whenever he opens his mouth. You'll need, you'll be wise to watch out at the debate tomorrow.
oh, I will. But has Nilobal given an intention of who he plans on throwing in with?
Oh, he said he like there's no reason. Say he straight up just like told you like there's no reason in his mind for him to throw in for everybody, but Beer Lace.
Hi, but you know how I used Conqueror Hockey?
That was because of an intimidation roll. This isn't a situation
Ye-
where you can really use that.
no. Can I intimidate him, Nilobal?
I mean, you can try. It's not exactly a place where you can really do anything about it. You're not going to strong arm him.
No, but it's so it's I don't think I have access to this in this version of a barbarian, but some barbarians have intimidating presence. I obviously can't use that. It's where you can essentially like make someone roll a save against you to intimidate them. Varys just looks at him and like if this is the end of the night, like shakes hands with everyone, but just like as he shakes Nalabal's hand, he just looks at me, he goes, I hope you know, Councilor Nalabal, that the people that oppose me, and Varys is just smiling throughout this, just looks at him and goes, what's the politically correct way of saying this? The people that oppose me, their careers usually don't go on for as long as they'd like.
It's funny.
And like just
Your counterpart said the same thing.
what can you say? Great minds think alike.
And as you do notice, like after as that happens, Cassandra and Nyla Ball do take their leave. You notice that Baven has stuck around and is sitting there, like, well, Frankly, I would say under normal circumstances, I would say you did a shit job. But at the end of the day, you managed to I would say to get all the Ironsides to side with you. Wasn't particularly hard. You knew what button to press. Your counterparts seemed more, I'd say, more inclined to use his charm. Unfortunately for him, Cassandra's the worst person to do that with.
Why me, Baven? Why not my counterpart?
Hmm. Why you? Why you? Well, you know damn well why I'm not picking Beerlace. It's really
She's
hard to.
incompetent.
Well, not just that. The old crone, frankly, is an absolute pain in my ass. Do you know how many bills I put forth and things that would help, let's say, help fund for better trade routes, help better fund things for Delians that basically just keep getting shot down because Beerlace happens to go talk to her bestie Enna. I'd rather not have that happen anymore. So one of the reasons for you is you're not Beerlace, and this is no. If I'm being honest, this is no promotion of you, is more of opposition of her. However, your speeches tonight did help a little bit. Besides, more drow does mean more trade, more business coming through say through Delian banks, and more ability to generate capital for them. At the end of the day, there's a reason that the Delians are the richest city-state, and that comes down to the fact that we control the banks. Now, there is one. Therein lies the problem I have with your doppelganger. He doesn't get the fact that it's not all drow dominance that we want. Frankly, I don't give a damn if we're a superpower or not. That's not what I'm here for.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
here
listening
to
to you. I'm
make
just
sure
running
the.
to the washroom.
Say what?
Listening
What
to
do
you, I just need to run to the washroom real quick.
Yeah. Frankly, I don't give a damn about us becoming some sort of superpower, about us going to any sort of war. I'm all about furthering the unborn economy. Everyone needs to make money. And at the end of the day, that is how our country will prosper, is if everybody makes money. From the richest merchant to the poorest farmer. And frankly, siding with Nirvash is bad for them. I say is a bad investment. It's easy to throw in with you in that case. Though, it would be easier to do if you did join the liberal faction.
You know, I think I'll decide that once I become counselor.
Probably a good idea to wait until after anyway. If you see that little L
Uh,
next to your name on saying Golrin, usually it's hard to win anything.
And let me put it this way, Baven. I think, and I am, maybe I'm wrong. I think a lot of the counselors and a lot of people here are underestimating. You're right. I'm probably for the right reasons. I don't have a lot of political acumen, so I'm a bit underestimated here. But I also think a lot of people in high places forget just how much support the average you can get from the average person. And being the guy that's liberated a few countries, you know, saved a few cities, and maybe saving the world, there comes a lot of influence with that.
Yes, there does.
And I'm glad that you're picking the right side because I think Nilo Ball's going to be in for a bit of a surprise.
Word of advice. Don't try to take revenge on anyone who sides against you. You'll end up with nothing but enemies in the political world. Besides, helping throw my weight behind you, it means at the end of the day, if you do get elected, you'll owe me a favor. Say a few favors. And at the end of that, you have a lot of friends in high places across the world. People that it'd be easier to conduct trade deals with if it's a lot easier to get them on the horn and I don't have to reach out to some sort of political, say, and make it some sort of political envoy. You can just make it a simple dinner where we happen to talk business.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Quite. See you now.
Right.
You're thinking like a politician. All you need to do is, all you need to do is avoid taking a few bribes, and you'll be good. That's the thing. I don't need to
Bevan,
take bribes. I'm already
I
filthy
don't need to
stinking
take
rich.
bribes as well. I made like 133,000 gold
Only?
from killing the Sapphire Empress like in a day.
You don't know what I used to do for a living before I became counselor, did you? Or do you?
The merchant? Oh no, I'm sorry, Bevan. You guys are really old.
Say, what'd you say?
You guys are really old. Like I'm like only 22.
I'm only 400.
I'm 22.
Fair enough. Simple. I happen to be the, happen to be the chairman of the banking alliance in Della. Basically, it's one of the largest banking systems in the world. Imagine if you were the person who basically had the okay, you know how Swiss banks are considered like very secure and there's like basically a
Yeah.
a network of them. Okay, imagine if you were the guy that basically had the power to
chairman?
sort of like sway everything like that. That's basically what he was.
Yeah, okay.
So you can tell like this is a greasy motherfucker. He's not necessarily like a corrupt slime ball, but he's by no means some sort of like bleeding heart.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, by the way, Hyper, I'm killing Nile Ball once I get elected.
Bro.
I
Come
never
on.
said I wasn't good. I never said I wasn't trying not to be God Emperor.
Yeah, but also that would get you absolutely deposed and arrested.
I'm not if I'm stronger than everyone.
Okay, you can take on a lot of people. You can't take on the entire army because they would eventually just throw people at you until they got you.
I bet I can get Jose and Phil to help me.
That would be even worse!
If Jose doesn't say anything, that means he's supporting me and my crimes.
So basically what
He's
you're
supporting
doing
me in my
is you're
crimes.
getting a CIA hit squad to help you stage an illegal insurrection.
No. This is after I become like the guild.
Yes,
guild
and
leader.
establishing the assassination of political enemies. This is
Yes.
literally how Hitler got started.
And?
Motherfucker. No. We'll talk later, but you're not becoming Hitler.
Okay, yeah, I'm not becoming Hitler. Yeah. But yeah, and then
You said you wanted to
Shakespeare.
purge the Urali, so
No, I said I want to build an army to stop them from committing war.
yeah, but we've talked about taking out entire race of people, all this stuff.
No,
the fucking
I was gonna
assassination of political enemies.
Nope.
Getting elected through us, and despite having next to no prior experience, this is exactly how it
Yeah,
got started.
But
what
was I gonna say?
I'm sorry. I couldn't stop laughing at that. I'm sorry.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So we yeah, I shake Bevan's hand and like thank him and then like head out.
All right. Well, as everything's winding down for the night, wake up next day. We just had the whole explanation, Hedge. You know what I was saying. Okay,
Yeah, all right. Then.
everybody, wake up next day. All right. Are y'all planning? Would y'all like to hit the base during the are y'all planning to go and hit at the base? But more so like hit at their campaign base. This is to everybody but Varys.
I guess.
So this is to
I-
Josaku, Amelie, and Pensy. That is one yes from Pensy.
We're doing what to their base?
Basically, Vanna gave y'all a place saying it's like, hey, if there were any plans about what's going to happen with the buried and where the dragon is, because basically there's because of all the stuff in terms of having a cave dragon around that based on the information that you originally got from Hargrave, Vaca was probably somewhere around the city. And again, having an ancient dragon in the middle of the city is a really bad fucking thing. Especially when supposedly that dragon is also being accompanied by Harglyph. So basically, the idea was that if any place is going to have any sort of plans, any sort of location, any sort of maps of where Vaco and Harglyph could be found, it would be at his say at Varys Kolave's campaign headquarters. Um, and she gave
Sure.
y'all a map of where that would be. It is up to y'all to come up with a plan of what y'all would do if y'all choose to go and try to, see if you can find anything there.
We go in guns blazing.
I'm so glad Silver isn't here to agree with you.
Are there any disagreements?
Pensy, Amelie?
Yeah, I'm down with what the rest of the group wants to do. I think it'd be fun. But
Guns blazing?
I don't really care.
maybe maybe be good. But I think that we've done our fair share of, guns blazing and all that.
Oh, threats.
Jose, go in guns blazing and establish dominance, Jose. If you go guns blazing, you can establish the dominance that I plan on running a dictatorship.
Huh?
If you go in guns blazing, you can establish that I'm trying to run a dictatorship.
Huh?
Hmm?
Oh wait,
You're doing what?
I forgot that last session Chaz did advise against that. So yeah,
Bro,
because it would
Chaz
reflect
hasn't been here
negatively
for
on
like
Varys and the polls.
he hasn't been here for like as long as Argus hasn't been here, bro. Like
I mean, if y'all want to cause Watergate, let's go in guns blazing.
I have no interest in either side of this personally, like in character. So it's just I'm along for the ride.
I got you. Yeah.
The only thing that Petsy cares about is I guess not having Evil Varys be elected.
Yeah, that's kind of where Amelie is.
Listen, if
right?
you guys let evil Varys get elected, we can nuke Gulrun.
saying like it's a good thing.
Bro,
Fine,
if they elect evil Varys, they deserve to be nuked, is my opinion.
Well, then.
We don't even have access to that anymore.
We can figure out a way. Don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah,
Phil
so
made sure of
on
that.
top of that, if you do go in guns blazing, that will given the fact that y'all are easily recognizable these days, it will probably reflect negative on good Varys and boost evil Varys in the polls.
Yeah,
Well,
What's up?
we definitely have ample means of just, drawing eyes away or
Yeah. Y'all are welcome to do whatever plan you say you think of. If y'all want to go in like disguise guns blazing, you probably can, and it wouldn't get found out in the same way. What you thinking? Kiwi, you sounded like you had something on your mind.
No,
What's up?
Does
I
Pensy have invisibility?
yeah, regular and greater, and a disguise self, that kind of thing as well.
Or we could beat it out of evil virus.
I
Oh,
mean, we
yeah,
need to
we-
kill him anyways.
Yeah.
Kiwi, check
Are
DMs.
we?
Wait, assassinate mission.
Yeah, I don't want to influence your decision. You guys should do what you think your characters want to do.
I guess my freaking stick in the mud would want to stealth.
Sorry, you said you'd want to what?
Stealth,
Stealth.
my Narc character.
But if we get caught, is real bad. I'm not great at stealth. We could
Yeah,
try.
Isaac's the guy that does the stealth.
Yeah,
I will have
included,
Isaac
right?
be. I would say
It
I
would-
will have Isaac and device be autopiloted here. In addition,
I
there
have a
is
plus 12.
device does have something planned that Silver told me about. So
Do we want to wait till Phil is back for this part, Hyper?
I feel like this is a them mission. Like I feel
Yeah.
like this isn't
Okay.
something
then
I
we
would
can
do.
we can say that y'all are waiting until the during the debate to do this. So like we can have the debate be tonight, end off on that. Then the five of you at the start of next session can figure out how y'all want to do like the heist on like the campaign stuff while he's there. I'll say well
Yeah, it works for me.
because that would also mean just saying in character like this is stuff your characters would know. This is just like information y'all would have that is one time like the during the debate is the one time you could guarantee the Varys Koalave will not be there. In addition, that is also where you would guarantee that the Twin Mother's Wrath would not be there. His ship. Which again is
That'll
a
be a
massive
plus.
flying galleon with a cannon say powered by Nirvash's Fundamentum. So effectively, the thing is, it's basically a nuclear-powered flying ship.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. Oh my god! I just realized something that Silver would probably think of.
That's scary. Do we need to be concerned?
Possibly,
Okay.
because I don't know if Device would actually think about the potential repercussions of it. Oh my god! I just realized Device might be actually going on a solo mission next week.
Uh-oh.
Because he said he had something planned. I think I just realized what the plan probably was. I'll talk to Silver about it off screen. Okay. But in that case, let's put off the 5-player thing. Sorry, there's not much for the three of y'all to do tonight compared to like next week.
Oh no, it's fine.
I
Yeah.
apologize for being quiet.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Besides, there's stuff say coming for you two in particular, in the next coming bits.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, especially what I have planned for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm not sorry about what I'm gonna do to you. All right, so moving on to the thing, let's go to later that. So it's the late afternoon, evening of this. Varys, is there anything you would like to do before the debate? You have your questions.
Can I
Um,
go see my mom?
yeah, absolutely. Swing by Obsidian.
Yeah, that's that.
As you do see in the morning, you walk in to there, and you do see oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the girl's name.
I can't remember it too, so.
I think it's Sarai. Sarai sounds right. I need to take better notes. I'm definitely gonna take better notes next time. Um, this oh, hello again, Varys.
Yo, is my mom in?
She absolutely is. Sarai, what did I say about flirting with my son? As you do see, just a reminder, Varys's mom is smoking hot. Varys' mom has got it going on.
Trust me, I don't think anybody in the party is able to forget.
Yes. It's like that line from Has with like everyone is hot. It's like I saw one of your friends. I say one of the other guild members' friends has been here for the past couple days. I'm surprised that you haven't. I'm surprised that you haven't come to visit me as well, Varys.
What did she say? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
There's been a member of the Second Citizens who's basically just been like camping out. He's not been like with the girls as much as he is just like partying.
Jesus Christ, I need to talk to Van about getting her fucking people in order. Ugh.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's the guy with.
Oh,
Oh,
hello
it's
there,
this.
Varys. It's a
Oh,
good thing to see
oh,
you.
oh, I hate that you made this character. Oh, I forgot about him. I forgot about him.
You forgot about Johnny?
Oh, fuck. Okay. I just stopped by to. Oh, I fucking hate this guy. Oh, both in character and out of character.
What's up,
I just
Shin?
stopped. Oh, I'm gonna ignore you. I just stopped by to say hi, mom. And
He's just waving at you before
I'm
going back. He's not like actually going to. Why do you hate the character? What the fuck?
because he annoys me. You know, the character's fine. He just annoys Varys in
You
person.
don't like
And
Gambit. I know what it is.
but I just look at him, look at my mom, and I'm like, so, missed you lots running for for running for councillor.
I noticed. I'm a little bit disappointed I wasn't informed first because now I've had people show up to my establishment several times over the past week and a half, basically trying to figure out more about me, and I've had to turn them away every time because of the fact that we serve some high class clientele.
Yes, I told Genevieve, not Genevieve, that you're Genevieve. I told Chaz to let you know, but that man is slacking. Uh, so I will figure that out. But yeah, just want to stop by. I have my debate today. You don't know there's like an evil version of me running around, right?
Yes. Varys, let's talk. Come on, up to my office.
Mhm.
As she quietly leads you upstairs, and you can tell her face is off.
Mhm.
As soon as the office door is closed behind you and the door is locked, I actually ran into him the other day.
How'd that go?
Interesting. It was odd looking at a version of you I didn't even recognize. He called me mom at first. There was something different before he went back into whatever pompous schmoozing he ever did. It reminded me of Minosaur Koalave. Seemed almost a spitting image of him as far as personality goes.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. You shouldn't feel bad for him.
Shouldn't I?
He's
He's
not your
an
kid.
yeah, isn't
Alternate
he?
universe.
Yeah. Which means that there's another me who also failed as a mother and never got a chance to to amend that mistake.
You know, part of the blame is on him considering he killed off Kolave,
Did the world a favor.
put in with Nirvash,
Okay, never
killed off a
mind.
bunch of other leaders. So like, hey, like listen, if you want, you can blame yourself, Mom. You know I don't. But you gotta like, I have to take responsibility, and that motherfucker didn't. Again, pardon my French. Fuck. That piece of shit didn't. Uh,
Language is basically she's going to like thump you on the head because like you immediately apologize for it and then immediately cursed again. By the way,
yeah. But yeah, so like, don't feel bad. I would just say stay inside for today because I don't know what they're gonna say about you in the debate. Probably nothing nice. Uh, it's probably less fanfare and less news reporters you have to deal with if you stay here.
it is easier to do that, and that's why she got me here. Is that why you've been here for basically the past week? As you do notice, the door lock got picked. Hey! Look, Cher put me here basically to keep an eye on your mom, so that way, if any trouble arises, I can get her out of trouble. Don't worry. I'll make sure she's protected, Xian.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
then he's like, just wanted to say that when it's just you two, because, you know, cover story and all. As you hear him say, now, if you don't mind, he's going to close the door. Ladies, who wants more Johnny?
Oh, I need to kill him! I need to kill him! I need to kill him!
You know, when I wrote this, like, a month ago, I honestly forgot that you hated this character.
No, I'm glad you did it. But yeah. And Raj just gives his mom a hug and heads out.
Because, you know, if Plays just showed up, something's off. But if
Yeah,
Johnny,
Johnny shows up, it's not.
I'll say Johnny shows up at Obsidian, okay, that's just business as usual. Because, you know, like, he's known for being, like, a flirt, I'll say, like, a shameless flirt and whatnot, and, like, a party guy. But it was a little bit weird that he was Obsidian, because this normally isn't, like, when you were here last time, this didn't seem like his scene, because you know he's head over heels for Plasia.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. She sent
Who
him
is
here.
head over heels for whatchamacallit,
Oh yeah, the
Pitch.
archfey that she is pacted with Mistress Bella. Because yeah, that was a pretty fucking archfey. Let me post a picture that way, because I don't think Kiwi has ever seen that picture of the archfey. See, this would be in here. One of the archfeys of the Sealy Court. Yep. Okay. So as you're doing that, Ferris, promise me you will be careful with all of this.
I'll be fine, Mom.
You say that. And yet I had to find out from your father that apparently you died once.
Temporarily.
She basically
I am
like
perfect.
grabs you by the ear. Listen to
Ow!
me, young
Ow!
man.
Ow! I'm
Listen
fine
to
now.
me.
I'm fine now.
You shut up and you listen to me. If I find out you are dead again, I will literally call in every single favor I have. I will take every single personal brunt of heat. I will take every single sentence to have someone bring you back, just so I can absolutely rip your ear off and make sure that you understand to never put yourself in any sort of danger like that again.
Understood, ma'am.
As she lets go of your ear. No, go charm them all. And please get that bitch Brinlace out of power. I'm so sick of her.
That's a plan,
Oh,
Mom.
God
That's a
damn
plan.
it. Sorry, one of my cats, while I was out of the room, snagged one of my dice. God damn it. I'm so sick of them doing this. Well, let me make sure that they didn't get any others. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Alright, so time skip past all the other stuff that the rest of the party's gonna be doing. Varys, you gonna show up in like the same sort of like white robes and stuff?
No, I think Varys for the debate shows up in his regular outfit, like what just reflects him as a person.
Okay. Yeah, well then let's go back to the council chamber because it would be held out in front of the council. As y'all are in the back there, you notice that you don't see Varys Koalave around yet. You notice that it seems almost like he hasn't showed up or may not show up. You just don't see him anywhere. But as everyone say before he takes the stage, you do hear someone walk up behind you. It is about time. It is about time I made your acquaintance, young man.
Councillor Burles.
As you turn around and do see Counselor Beerlace. Imagine my surprise when not only is a young half drow, not even old enough to be considered an adolescent under most of our people's lifespan, to be my primary opponent, but two of them. And here I expected it would be a more easy election this go round. It is what it is, young man. I just hope you understand I don't intend to lose my spot I have worked my entire life to achieve.
Completely understand.
And I hope you know that despite whatever rumors you may hear of me, I do my best with what I can in my city.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do have to ask a question to see if you happen to know. Do you know where your counterpart may be?
Probably on his flying ship about to make a badass entrance.
Does he do that? Does he do that frequently?
I'd say so, yeah.
As there's gonna be a drow who comes up to you. Excuse me, Counselor, Candidate Rivers. You all are are about to be introduced. As looking up at the stage, you do hear introducing first the incumbent. The incumbent from the conservative faction would it is Counselor Birlace Justice. As she slowly climbs the stairs there. Second, an independent from Galrin, member of the adventuring party known as the Wickermen, and you notice it's like Slayer of the Sapphire Empress, um, champion of Valkyr and Ulatulu. As you can see, like the stuff that was given to him to write out, like the person announcing is like going like, wait, what? Champion of Volker and Ulatulu, Slayer of the Sapphire Empress, the as you hear him going, did somebody write this right? Oh shit. Slayer of ancient dragons, enemy to Nirvash, candidate Varys Rivers.
I walk out, smiling and waving, and the arm that I'm waving with has
Sicarlar.
Sicarala like full on gauntlet form.
Full on gauntlet form. Yeah, as you like, I take it like you raise it up, like it's normally like it's in its like band, like armband form,
Yeah.
whereas like you
Yeah.
do it, and like with it,
Yeah.
you like do that, and it like pops out. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then from, let's say, with experiences. Okay, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because this is obviously. Okay, fine. Also from Galrin, representing an independent faction, Varys Koalave. As you notice, like nothing. Say like nobody's coming out for a moment, but then you hear something familiar. As you hear the stomps and the claps. And coming out of the sky through the clouds is that fucking massive ship with Nervosh's wings, ship coated in his scales, with his head mounted on the front, standing on top of it, wielding forth in full armor, by the way, with the cape flowing behind him, a cape of billowing. Has that pike in hand on the front of the thing. Do that, and again, this all music like this like. There's actual members of his crew are doing the stomping and clapping here of this. You can hear this whole musical thing done as he then jumps off. You hear someone like shouts like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna fall!" As in like, feather falls down. Superhero lands at his podium. Slowly puts the sheaves the pike on his back. Raises his arms as the music keeps playing.
I applaud, some gentle capping.
And then he does like the arm out and the music stops. As he then does a little bow as the crowd starts like clapping for him. But then as he's doing that, he sees that you're clapping and he straightens up. His face sort of like contorts from one of like charisma and pride sort of like thing. Because you could just see venom in his eyes. He's not being subtle about it.
Oh, I know. I'm like, impressive display, Olave.
Rivers.
You do know how to make an entrance.
One of us has to.
I knew you had it covered.
Just like this election. Counselor? Interloper? Oh. Venom from the old crone. Very nice. As basically all like talking like this, like the magical like projection devices are not on at the moment. So then you go says then now attention candidates. We're about to begin the group of questioning for all of you. We are going to start with say at the end with Counselor with candidate Varys Koalave. Candidate Koalave, you according to the information you have given both this panel and the people, is that you are High Counselor in an alternate version of Anabora, who was transported here against your will But in your world, you led Anabora to becoming the dominant superpower on the, say, in the world, as well as to to unheralded levels of economic and social prosperity. How are we supposed to believe any of this? Simply because it's the truth. I was the one who came up with the plan in my world to defeat Nirvash, as you can see, as it indicates up to the ship. And in this world, it's going to be no different. Inside of that ship is a weapon capable of destroying even him. Anabora is a great country. It is my home. I made my Anabora great. And we can make this one even greater. Because I know what worked. I know what helped make us a superpower. And we can do it again while learning from any sort of slip ups, any sort of roadblocks in the way. We can make Anabora the greatest again. Make Anabora great again.
Are we allowed to interject in this debate, Hyper?
Not at the moment. I mean, you can. It's just you'll be called. So you'll be like, called on it. Kind of like how real life politicians they don't say they like they. It's more of a suggestion in recent years, but like before that, there was a little bit of couth.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can. It's just up to you. You know how to be viewed. By the way, let me see about rolling for him on how he does with this check. Ooh, he's got pretty good in that one. Okay. All right, and next up is going to be candidate Varys Rivers. Candidate Rivers. According to all of the information that has been gathered, you have no formal education, no history in politics, no formal military experience, no formal school, no informal schooling. Supposedly grew up on the Gorwinian streets. Are a bastard love child of a guild leader from Nair and the mistress of the Obsidian establishment. Pardon my friend. Uh, pardon my Tiani here. Why the hell should anyone believe you can be an effective counselor?
And may I know your name, by the way?
Not for this. This is also a
Um,
question that was formed by, so that has been submitted
no,
by
I
members
mean
of the crowd.
as in no, I mean as so Varys could address the person. Hyper.
Oh, by the way, okay, yeah, this would be okay. I
Not
thought you were.
necessarily like no, just like so he can just like address the person and then uh like start talking.
One moment. I didn't give this one a name. Give me just a second. Pull up fantasy name generator. Mediator Olis.
Mediator Olis, a very valid question, and honestly, on the dot on a few points, yes, I am the bastard child of Argus Bane and Genevieve Amarkir, Mistress of Obsidian. I did grow up on the streets of the Undercity. I know how tough it is and how people live there. And you're right. I don't have a history in politics, and I don't have a formal education. I will have to, have a small rebuttal against a formal military experience, considering I was part of the Navy a few months ago, helping out with the war efforts. But mostly, you're asking why I should be counselor. No, let me be clear. Yes, you're right. Like I said, no history in politics, no formal education. But I also did help liberate the Tiani from years of slavery just a few days ago. I was part of the group that took down Smiles, freeing Girdishel, a city in Naya,
Just
of his
just to be
control.
clear, by Smiles you are referring to the infamous criminal Morton Smiles Dwindell,
Yes, the
known
very
member
same
of the
that the
Limbs, and I would say, and then also known mass murderer.
yes, the very same that the Nairian military, Naku the Riverwatch, deal with. And then just a few days ago, I helped kill the Sapphire Empress. I helped lead a strike team into the Sapphire Empire and kill her. Yes, I might not have been part of the, what should I say, Anaboran army or navy, but I have more than enough combat experience. More than enough combat experience to defend this city from the evils. Why, just a few years ago, I was the one that helped, and my group was the one that helped save the city from, what was it called? The Ripper, right?
This was actually about a year ago. It
A
would be
year
the
ago, and
Mauler of Galrin.
from the Mauler of Galred. As I remember, if you all remember correctly, ex-councillor Koolave said on the streets of the city
Um,
that also the police force was not any helpful with.
I will note
So,
something that you actually have. I think it is in your bag, I believe. Actually, you probably, y'all would have forgotten that this exists. As a you, as a player, probably forgot that this existed. It is there. There is a Netherese artifact y'all have
isn't that
fr-
something to do with the
from
Mauler?
the Mauler. Yeah, you pulled it out of the Mauler.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Given the fact that you would have known that, I think like in character, Varys would have had that opportunity, even if Hedge the player did not remember it.
Yeah, Varys will even like, and Varys like will mention like, yeah, like we have this. And if I remember correctly, the police force here in Godwin honestly didn't do much until me and the rest of the Wickermen came in and solved that issue. Now, but further on, to answer the question about why anyone would want to elect me, a person with no education, no history in politics. While I might not have that, I do have connections. I have multiple, some of my close friends, multiple members of the Wickermen. Amelie Rotier, heiress to the Rotier Empire. Sorry about that, pod. Um, Device, guild leader of the newly created newly created Tian Empire. I guess what they're called.
No,
I think they're still workshopping the
that
Sultanate.
it would be the say currently I think it is the Freed Tiani state. They're workshopping the name.
The Free Tiani State. I think they're still workshopping the
And
name.
the device's title is the Chainbreaker of the Unshackled.
Yes. My father was Argus Bane. And having been a part of the Overwatch, lends to many connections. I also, and like I mentioned earlier, grew up on the streets of the Undercity. I know exactly what the people of the city have been through. I have fought to feed myself. I have fought just to survive. And if you do vote for me, you'll be voting for someone that understands the struggle of a regular person. You won't be voting for a counselor that sits up in their fancy mansion, away from the stress, away from the roughness of the streets. You will be voting for someone that cares about what goes on to your everyday person.
Okay. Roll me a either roll me performance.
Oh, thank God, because it's gonna be so chalked otherwise.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is more like you are putting on the performance for the people.
Yes. Okay. It's 17.
17 total?
Yes, 10 plus 7.
Okay. All right, cool. Next up, Counselor Beerlake. Or say, hold up, I gotta remember her name. Counselor Justice. I sound like I'm saying justice with a lisp every time I say that last name. I don't know why I went with that, but I'm stuck with it now. Counselor Justice, you've served Galrin faithfully for over 300 years. What what is your opinion on what the city can be done? Say what can be done with the city to improve itself from here? Namely, we need to focus on reevaluating what the priorities are within this city. It is apparent that, in particular, given the Mahler incident, given the fact that there is more instability around the city as well, and the fact that there is a world war going on, that there must be more funding allocated to both the police and the military. There must be things pulled away from some of these more fruitless public projects. I say public projects that don't bear any fruit. Not things like education, not things like social programs, but there definitely should be things pulled away where they aren't needed. Thank you. Candidate Koalave, you have stated that your policies are very military uh, and economically forward, effectively trying to establish permanent and profitable trade routes for Anabora, as well as uh, amassing military might on the border for what you call an inevitable conflict with the Urali. Did you happen to go through a conflict with the Urali in your world? Is that why you think that you would happen to do that? Why, yes. There was as you know, by my last name, on my world, I was raised as the adopted son of Minasol Koalave, who in my world died a hero, assassinated by Urali, by Urali assailants. Unlike the version of your world, he was a hero to the people of Galrin, a hero to the Drow, and a true warrior who would fight and die for the people of his city. And they killed him for it. So as a result, it triggered that war that I say is inevitable, because it is inevitable. They want to purge us. They want to wipe us off of the map and take Anabora as their own. My philosophy was that I would not let them. So I took to the battlefield myself. I slew my world's version of Arbiter Lysander in single combat, and we made sure the Urali were no longer a threat to Anabora. When they inevitably attack, if I am elected, I would make sure that there is nothing that they could do to touch this great country anymore. Thank you. Candidate Rivers, you mentioned connections earlier. Several of the people you mentioned have connections to countries that actually threw in with Nirvash. What is your stance on potential post-war relations with countries that threw in with Nirvash, such as Tian, Karem, and Sapphire?
I do think countries like Kuram and Sapphire need to be placed under greater scrutiny, considering they were some of the first countries to throw behind Nirvash. The Sapphire Empire, particularly, considering the Sapphire Empress through her full might.
I will say Karem was actually basically conquered by Nirvash, not as much like
Yeah, semantics.
the high chief got assassinated, so like the main obstacle to anything was done.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
But the Sapphire
sorry.
Empire, considering the Sapphire Empress threw
Yeah, continue.
completely behind Nirvash, there should be obvious repercussions. I think further scrutiny should be placed on those countries. Tariffs, they should be helping pay for reparations to other countries, Rondavia, Sinaya, to everyone that's been affected through the war efforts. And obviously, there should be major consequences to these. For Tian, at the same time, I do believe, while they should be placed under scrutiny, some forgiveness should be offered to the people, considering they were a country that was run by slavers. As they were recently liberated, they are trying to get on their own feet, try and, join society as a whole. And I think you don't want to get it in the way of that. So while I think we should be placing them under greater scrutiny, trying to see how they progress, I don't think we necessarily need to be tariffing them or being too harsh on them, as they have their own struggle to deal with. However, I do think the Sapphire Empire, especially the Sapphire Empire, has a lot to pay to the rest of the world for everything they've caused.
Thank you. And Councillor Beerlace, the same question. How would you push towards treatment of these nations, which threw in with Nirvash. Say when and if this war does end. Well, simply, I do have to agree with the young candidate Rivers. He is right that the Empire does need to be pushed the most. However, we don't need to forget that they are important trade allies. In particular, being say one of the other major naval powers of the world, as well as being one of the other countries with some of the largest amounts of coastline, they are one of our one of our cross-continental trading partners. So there are things. The implementation of tariffs might be too much and interfere with Anaboran interests. I feel like the country of Karem in particular, surrendered to Nervash way too quickly, and uh, I think candidate Rivers glossed over the fact that once the High Chief was dead, McTorlat fell almost without a fight. There was no combat to defend their homeland. They all threw in the Scaled Exiles, the Adventurers Guild, supposedly helping tie the entire country together, ran to the other side of their country. So I feel like, in that regard, those countries need to be looked at in a slightly different light than what was mentioned, as well as Tian needs to, at the same time, does need to pay for the amount of military aid it gave. The Yuan-Ti, even if they aren't in power anymore, still made the decisions. So as a result, Tian should pay for what their people have wrought. Oh yeah, by the way, Varys, performance, forgot.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Okay, that fucking good roll. 25.
Okay, roll again.
Okay. 17.
Okay, roll again. Fuck.
Okay. 22.
Are you fucking for real?
Roll again.
Those are the rolls.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 18, 10, and 15, and I have a +7 to performance.
So if you can't tell, like, there's certain rolls that are going on behind the scenes. One of the reasons I had to re-roll twice is because there were 2 ties in a row.
Wait, are you saying the 18 and the 20, whatever, and the 17 were a tie?
Yes.
Okay, and this one is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
The 25 and the 18 were ties, and then this one was a 22. You said, which
Yes.
there was one off of the other roll opposing it. Now, which way? Not gonna say. Okay, so, and back to about to candidate Koalave. What is something the people should know about you that they don't? Being the most mysterious member and the one literally from another world, so you claim. Is there anything we should know about you? Yes. I have a plan. I have a dream of a united Anabora and a plan to unbury our brothers and sisters that have been trapped below. And unlike other candidates who have claimed this, I know it will work because I already did it in my world. Yes, you all are thinking that this is impossible, that this is lunacy. He turns around and he pulls the cape and hair back, and he shows that he reveals a recluse, and people now see spider iconography, and they will listen. They will integrate themselves into society. Think millions of more drown, millions of more in trade, in expansion. We get access to to our ancestral home of the Underdark again. ancestors that haven't been seen in thousands of years, multiple generations of drow who have been so removed from brothers and sisters, say and sisters now, cousins that they've never even known. All of them can be brought back into the fold. And that is what I want all of you to know, that I plan to unite Anabora once again, top side and the under. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. Candidate Rivers. Your say one of your opponents spoke earlier about stance on relations with Euralis. What is your opinion on relations with the Urali, as well as do you support increased military funding pushed from the Navy and other aspects of Galrin towards the Avalindil border and building up of the army?
I do have an answer to that, moderator, but before I do, I just want to address something my counterpart, Kualave, brought up. I'm sure they have a wonderful plan to free the buried with the ancient cave dragon, Nako, I believe, is their name.
Vako.
That they've
Vako.
VAK, Vako, that they've gone into contact with. But and you know what? When I look at him, it goes, you know what? I agree, Councillor Koalave. It would be wonderful to, be with our kin again, to free them. It would bring more bodies, more trade, more access to our history. All wonderful and honestly, like amazing points. And as I look out of the crowd, I say, but I do want to say that's an amazing plan. I just am a little bit worried that you're trying to push that with the backing of Lolth, the very goddess that we turned our backs on. Considering that she had enslaved us. Now, again, I think that's a wonderful plan. But and I look towards everyone. I was lucky enough to, being the champion of both Valka and Ulatu, have a chat recently with Lady Elistri and Lord Varen. And they too talked to me about this potential plan for the buried.
Oh shit. Okay.
Something just a little bit more, let's just say, plans that don't involve us having to deal with the power-hungry goddess that enslaved us, committed cannibalism, mass murder, and assassination. But yes, going on to your
Before you move on, I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Not performance. I am not. This is more so trying to convince people that you're not full of shit in the moment, because you basically just said, "Yeah, I talked to God and God said I'm doing the right thing."
Yeah, hold on. I want to see something.
Do you know how much I say? Basically, to them, you sound like the equivalent of a crazy Christian nationalist in the moment.
Okay, okay. Gimme. Ooh, actually, you know what? It's low, but it's a it's a persuasion, right?
Persuasion, but you only have a +1 to.
It's 15.
I hate you.
It isn't high. I rolled a 14.
Okay, continue.
But yes, sorry, moderator. To go back to my original question about how I'd like to deal with the rally. I do think right now, as of this very exact moment, with us dealing with the rush, we can't afford a full frontal war against the Urali, and I doubt the Urali can afford one against us. However, I too am not enthused by the constant skirmishes and the persistent invasions we've had by the Urali into our border. And I do think we need to increase military funding towards the border. However, I really don't think we need to be taking any money out of the Navy. As you guys, as everyone here has seen, the everyday average citizen knows, the police force here in Galdrin is incompetent. They don't do a great job. The Wickermen and I had to deal with the problem of them all. They've already been overfunded for countless years, multiple hundreds of years. I personally think we can take the money away from there and move it to the border. Move it to our army at the border. Um, what the police force is doing right now can already be done by the um, guild, as seen in other countries, as seen in Naya, as seen in Rundavia, where the guild often oversees these situations. And I think if I am elected councillor, I can help push the fuck. What are they called again? The second citizens. The second no, the second citizens.
Second citizens, yes.
Second citizens in the right direction. I've already built up a good working relationship with Vanna and Pleasure, and I believe that I can help push the guilds more towards having to take care of the everyday issues that the police force fails to do, and that money that the police force takes can be allocated towards the military.
And Councillor Beerlace, what do you have to say to those who say that you have served too long and it is time for you to retire? I say that I have more to give to this city, I have more to give to this state, and I have more to give to this country. I have so much more to give back to these people who have given me so much, who have given me over 300 years of opportunity to serve and be your counselor. I say retire. I say I'll retire when the people see fit that I need to retire. Thank you. Candidate Koalave. What other policies do you have do you have? We don't have much information on your policies. Well, of course, there are, with the military policy, of course, establishing our military as the dominant superpower that it will be, especially with the help of the buried that are coming, that will be coming into the fray. But in addition to that, economic policies, we open up more trade. We have more money coming into Anabora. We have things where people are wanting to buy Anaboran product, especially with the increased hands and craftsmen. Access to techniques that have been lost to the Undercity for thousands of years. In addition, increase an increased focus on Anaboran structure. We don't need to interfere in international politics yet. We need to make sure that our country is as great as it possibly can be. Improved, improved ability for Anaboran businesses to conduct to conduct better business, to be able to increase the revenue brought back in, and that is able to be given towards the government. That way it can be allocated to all Anaborans. Anybody catch that? What that sounded like?
Trump.
Well, I was gonna say trickle down economics, cause fuck Reagan. Yep. Thank you. And candidate Rivers, we also have no information on your policies. Despite, beyond your announcement yesterday that you were supporting increased education funding, with with some of the excess money uh, that would be pulled from the reallocation of funds currently given to the City of Goran's police force. What are your plans, and where exactly do you expect to get funds from, other than just reassessing the police force?
No, while I did mention the things I'd like to do for the military, unlike my counterpart here that kind of wants to spend a lot on war, some of the things that I want to focus on is, like I mentioned, free education. I'd like to build more orphanages. I'd like to open up free healthcare. I'd like to clean up the streets. Try to provide affordable housing for people. I'm not sure if many people realize this, but for a species that live as long as we do in the Undercity, I would see a minimum of maybe one drow, maybe minimum, dies of starvation.
You would
It's kind of
actually
crazy.
know that it's about one out of every, I would say, 50 drought children
Yeah.
dies of starvation, and in the Undercity in particular, about 22 out of every 50 go hungry.
And yeah, Barish just says like statistics, and he just says, um, I want to provide a better future for the people of Galred, not just for the poor, for the rich, for everyone. And I do think this starts by opening up avenues for everyone to have an education, to have work, to have healthcare, to have a safe place to sleep at night, and access to food. And I do think part of that does come by increasing taxes for the upper class. Uh, right now, there are quite a lot of tax breaks for the upper class. The rich get richer, and I'm not saying that the rich shouldn't. I'm not saying that people that make money shouldn't be able to hold on to their money, but I do think there is a disparity in how the poor are treated, and I think that needs to be fixed.
Roll me performance.
Yeah, that's actually low. 13.
13. Okay, you're lucky. All right. And Councillor Brinley, I say Beerlace, would you have any sort of adaptation to your policies or anything? I don't see why there would be any need to. That that statistic about the Undercity is grossly over-exaggerated and done through, through inconsistent study work and observations. In reality, the numbers are far lower, and a lot of them come from either orphans or from families of people who have either conducted bad business decisions or or have been subjected to illicit substances, therefore bringing forth a situation in which that is not great for their child to be brought up in. Personally, I feel as if Galrin is still on the up and up, and I feel as if we are the only city-state which can truly challenge Ustay for any sort of, for any sort of prominence within this country. Okay. All right. And last question for each of you. Candidate Koalave, do you have any final words for us? Yes, I do. I I still believe in Anabora. I still believe in the future of this country, and I believe that we can not only bring Nirvash to heel, we can make sure that everyone respects Anabora on an international stage. Everyone will come to know that the let's say that the oh my gosh, I had something for this. One moment, one moment. Okay, I found it. Everyone will know to look up at the three strikes, which, by the way, the Anaboran flag is basically like two white stripes with a red stripe down the middle, basically symbolifying and it's like on a black field. It's like symbolizing, like, the red eyes of a drow, effectively. Everyone will saying, like, the flag, like, how, like, the, like, the British flag is called the Union Jack or whatnot, and, like, the United States, it's Old Glory, that kind of stuff. Anabora's is the three
Mm.
strikes. Everyone will respect the three strikes on an international stage, and they will know that we are not a country to be trampled over. We are not a people to just take and let's say to just be rolled over lying down. We will not be passed over by the empire as far as naval trade goes. We will not be some glorified vassal state to Nair or to Rudadavia the way that she has been having us be? How much of her policies are basically kissing Rudadavia's ass, kissing Nair's ass, kissing Golshem's ass, hell, kissing Kud's ass? Is that what you really want? To be kissing ass of a pirate nation? I don't. I want to make Annabora great again. Just like I did before, so I will now.
Goodness.
Okay. You say goodness, Pod?
Yeah, big and passionate.
Remember, I am Alabamian, so I have heard a lot of conservative shit. I was also dragged to a lot of conservative rallies.
God bless your heart.
Remember, my grandfather is actually a former Republican politician.
Huh.
Not just Republican, he was Tea Party.
Damn.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. Just
No, you're
commenting.
good. You're good. No, my grandfather can eat shit. He's a piece of shit. No, like actually, like I haven't spoken to the man in almost 3 years now, and I don't mind it being that way. Yeah. Okay. So, Councilor Beerlace, I will go a little bit out of order to give you the opportunity to say your last words. What are we doing with this? If we are being completely serious, neither of these, frankly, boys have any business being up here. They have no true political experience. One of them claims to be high counselor in another world. Another one claims to be the person who killed the Sapphire Empress. And yes, there is evidence that he is an effective warrior. But how many warriors become truly good statesmen? I have over 300 years of experience under my belt, helping represent the people of Galren. We don't need to become great again. We are already great. Why do we need to push this narrative as if we aren't already a great country? Because you're actively ruining it. I do believe it was my turn to speak. Yes, and it's hard to sit back and listen when every word that's come out of your mouth since this debate started has been a load of bullshit. Candidate Koalave, we will ask you to not interrupt again. I just had to speak my mind there. Candidate Rivers, do you have any closing words?
I'd like to see that both Constable Brulace has some good points. That yes, I am young. Yes, I don't have an experience, and my counterpart, Councillor Koalavi, made some great points. I think I agreed about how I too would like to see Annabora rise up, to its full potential, to stand along the likes of other superpower, to be a superpower of its own, to stand along the likes of Nara and Rundavia. I think, and my fellow council, my fellow opponents' closing remarks, they mentioned how one of them was a statesman, has been a politician for many years, and why you should vote for them, and why the other was an effective leader, a warrior, and someone who had led his country through war, and why you should vote for him. What I'm going to say is that as of right now, I'm none of that. But I am, at its core, a child that grew up in the Undercity. I am a child that has gone hungry, that has nearly died of hunger, and that has seen others die of hunger and disease. I have seen how people struggle. I have seen the rich get richer, and I have seen the poor be trampled down. I have seen the effects of corruption. And I want to change that. I had the opportunity to remain in Naya, to be part of the River Watch, to potentially become the Eye of Naya. But I gave all that up to come back here because this is my home. And I want to make this a better place. And I hope that if you all decide to vote for me, you would you vote for me realizing that everything I do is for the betterment of my people and to make sure that every single person in Galdrin will always have somewhere safe to sleep, will be fed, and will have, warmth in their lives. Thank you.
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
Give me 1 second. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Right.
As you
Yes,
all
dirty.
have things and step off the stage, you do hear him you hear Kolave say, performed better than I thought, Faker.
Ugh.
Even a blind and dumb dog can occasionally find a bone.
Have you thought about therapy, counselor? I feel like it might help you talking to someone.
I don't need to be talking to others. Usually, if I have a problem, I vent to my fiance. As he turns and then marches away from you. He really doesn't like you, does he?
No.
Frankly, I'm a little bit surprised myself. You not only conducted yourself well, you didn't resort to personal attacks.
I mean, I would be no better than your everyday politician if I were to.
I would choose to not take offense to that. Win or lose, young man, I do hope in the future we can work together towards, towards Anabor's mutual benefit.
You know? At the end of the day, all I want to see is see this country succeed.
Well, we will have to. We will see who at the end of the day will be the one standing. No hard feelings to the winner or the loser.
Same here.
As she walks off. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Well, thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next week.